Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us today on RSBN. We are in the heart of Tampa, Florida for the Trumparilla Boat Parade, and as you can see from the optics here, there are quite a few boats out here with flags waving, lots of people out here, and the timing is perfect, Liz, because it's been cloudy all morning. We got splashed, we got wet, but now the sun is out and it's dry, and we're happy for you guys to join us today. So we're going to be just cruising through the harbor. We're on the Hillsborough River here in downtown Tampa, Florida, and we're excited. This is a great day to be out on the water. Not too hot, not too humid. Sun is out, shining bright. Liz, what do you think of everything going on right now?
Thank you, Mike. It's 11:03, so we're just getting started. Oh, that is a pink boat. Petrie, all my ladies out there, I want them to see that pink boat. That thing is cute. Need that. So it's 11:03. I'm Liz Willis with Right Side Broadcasting Network. We drove last night from West Palm Beach. We had the DeSantis event yesterday. It was awesome. We got in here around midnight, woke up 7 a.m. We got on a boat at 8:30 a.m. to get over here to where we needed to be. None of us are from Tampa, so it's a learning experience and figuring out how to, I guess, handle this and navigate today. But there's been so much generosity from people. We are on a stranger's boat, and they literally rented this boat so that they could take RSBN out for the day and to be able to broadcast this out for you guys. So absolutely incredible. Hold this. There's litter in the water.
Liz is going to save the animals in the water, saving marine life. That's what we do here at RSBN. Oh, those are some Gasparilla beads. Some Gasparilla beads. Can we show the Gasparilla beads? So now, for those of you that don't know what Gasparilla is, I actually used to live in Tampa Bay. I live right across the bay in St. Petersburg, which is a much better city, but that's besides the point. Anyway, I used to live in Tampa Bay, and I actually participated in the Gasparilla parade like 2 years ago. Now, what it is essentially, if you live in Florida, if you're familiar with the area, it's a pirate boat festival. And they basically have a giant pirate ship that comes in and demands the keys to the city from the mayor, and there's a bunch of music and festivities, and everyone dresses up like a pirate. It's just a big, huge festival that happens every year. Now, the relevance of this being the Trumparilla Boat Parade, I'm going to tell you guys, as fans wave over there, the relevance of this is the mayor of the city, Jane Castor, decided to cancel the Gasparilla Boat Parade this year. Because of the 2020 sickness. I'm just going to talk in code. Because of the 2020 sickness, the mayor of Tampa decided to cancel Gasparilla this year. But she allowed the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to have their Super Bowl celebration boat parade after they won. But she shut down the Gasparilla Boat Parade, which makes absolutely no sense for thousands of reasons, right? Like, social distancing is happening on these boats and all the other precautions, but she just decided to arbitrarily say that, we can't have the Gasparilla Boat Parade. So what a bunch of Floridians decided to do was, just change the theme to a Trumparilla Boat Parade and still have a parade on this water. This is technically not authorized by the city, but they're going to do it anyway because that's how freedom works. You do what you want when you want, so long as you're not infringing on other people's rights. And so what other way to trigger the mayor than to have a Trumparilla Boat Parade, because this is what they don't like. And so you've got a mix of Trump supporters with, MAGA flags and all that stuff, American flags. But then you still have people out here actually celebrating Gasparilla. There are quite a few boats out here that are actually just dressed as pirates. The people on the boats are dressed as pirates. So it's a good mix of people. And I would say there's at least 100 boats, Liz. What do you think?
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Mike. Sorry, I threw the mic right back at you. There were some beads that had fallen into the water, so we had to protect the earth. Conservatives like the earth, contrary to popular belief. So what we're doing right now, we're actually going past a lot of the kind of busy intersection back there, and we are pulling up. If the camera wants to focus on that really quick, you can see the massive, it's a 50-foot flag. It's got the Trumparilla logo, so it's President Trump kind of mixed with the pirate school. So that's what we're trying to catch up to. That is the lead boat for today's event. It says Trump 2024 here on the side. and I believe that is one of the organizers for today's event, and RSBN is going to ride alongside them. A huge honor and privilege once again to be able to capture that. We've got people lined up all along this seawall right here at the Tampa Convention Center as well. They are bringing their flags. If people don't have boats, they're still coming out to celebrate. There's media as well, some light media scattered throughout. But overall, this is a great turnout so far, and it's still early. So this event is going from 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Right Side Broadcasting Network will be live for the entire time. We won't be cutting till at least, or 1:30 at the earliest. What a gorgeous boat. Where's Brian?
Brian's right there.
Wait, I don't see him. I'm looking for my correspondent. There he is. He's jumping up and down. What a cutie. So we had to leave Brian on the boardwalk, but he's got a great crowd of people, so he should be happy with that. We split up the team here today so that we could kind of cover both angles, whether it be from land, by sea, and there, hopefully by air as well. So we've got a drone with us as well. So we're going to see if we can get that action live as well. Some people rented helicopters. There are helicopters flying overhead, getting photos and videos of that nature. So it's a really good turnout. Now, if the camera wants to turn around, you can kind of see there's a handful, if not around, I would say possibly 100 boats coming into this harbor right now, coming in hot. There, again, we are at the very front of this parade. We are helping lead this parade with the massive 50-foot Trumparilla flag is the first boat, and these boats are just pouring in. We've been out here for about 3 hours now, just getting here early and hanging out. Now, this is a We the People boat, gorgeously wrapped, like you said, right behind us. Really, it's great to see these boats. It's a lot of them are just artwork in and of itself. So 11:09. Hope you guys are liking this. We already have 4,000 people watching us. I think the people like to see this. So we have another boat parade coming up. In my opinion, it's possibly going to be bigger. It's Memorial Day weekend in West Palm Beach. We know where President Trump lives, of course, Mar-a-Lago. So I think that might have a large effect on the overall turnout of that one. We're expecting the West Palm Beach Memorial Day boat parade to be just as big, if not even bigger. RSBN will be covering that as well. I talked about it. Mike likes this We the People boat as well. Absolutely gorgeous. This makes me want a boat really bad. Being here makes me realize how poor I am, but it's okay because we have nice people that let us go out on theirs. What an awesome day to be here. God bless America. We've got music on all of these boats. It's a lot of fun. And this is just the beginning, ladies and gentlemen. We have 2.5 hours of this here today in Tampa, Florida with Right Side Broadcasting Network. You cannot tell the people that they can't go out and enjoy their life and live their liberties. So they're just coming out. They've got their boats. Of course, this is a beach town. And they're out here to have fun, listen to music, and enjoy other people. Mike, over to you.
Yeah, on that note, I just want to say, rebellion to tyrants is obedience to God. Freedom is your birthright. You were born free, so live free and die free. That's the way it goes. Like, if you don't have freedom, what's the point of living? And so many people just bow down and just take orders from mayors, governors, whatever they decree. I mean, it's just at her arbitrary discretion. Like, yeah, we're going to let the Buccaneers have a boat parade, but not the Gasparilla. That can't happen just because I said so. It's like, are people sick of this yet? Are you tired of this tyranny? Are you tired of some random person who's no smarter or better than you telling you what you can and can't do? And that's what this parade is really about, is a gesture. It's a symbol of rebellion. And I'm all on board with it. I support rebellion 100%, especially when it comes to the way government is telling people how to live their lives. Telling you can't take your boat out on water and breathe fresh air and enjoy time with friends and family. Like, screw that. And that's why I love seeing all these boats out here, because this is what it's all about. This is the American way. This is why people cross oceans to get here. People come from all across the world to get a little slice of American pie. That's what they want. They want American freedom. And we champion freedom here at Right Side Broadcasting. That's why we appreciate you and all of your support. We are almost entirely viewer funded, so if you like what you see, these optics, these little events that we cover. If you like what you hear, this commentary from Liz, myself, Brian, and the other correspondents, you can go to our website at RSB Network and rsbnetwork.com/donate and contribute to the cause of, broadcasting what's happening in our country. This is what's really happening. Florida, the most free state in the country where everybody wants to live, best governor in the country. If you want to see coverage of events happening, whether it's here or anywhere else, go to rsbnetwork.com/donate. You can also mail your checks to our physical address, 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama, 36830. Yeah, your donations really go a long way to helping us come to events like this. So we greatly appreciate it. You can see, look how many boats are out here. And this just started. This event just kicked off 13 minutes ago. Obviously, the boats have been coming out here for the past maybe hour or so, and they're still coming in. The harbor, you can see the boats coming in from behind us back there. But right now, this is a beautiful shot of downtown Tampa, Florida. I'm getting just vibes. I'm catching vibes right now because I used to live over here. And I just love the Gulf side of the state. It's beautiful. It's tropical. The people here are great. It's very nice, very laid back, very chill. You go to the east coast of Florida, it's a little bit more fast paced, not where I live, but once you get towards West Palm and Miami, Fort Lauderdale, it's more fast paced. But over here, it's very laid back. And a fun fact about the Trump boat parades in the Tampa Bay area. Let me pull up my little graphic here. I have a graphic saved because I want to give you guys some little fun facts about this. The boat parades that they've had previously here, one of them set the Guinness record. They had 3,000 plus boats show up for one of their events. Okay. And this was just a boat parade that they had, I want to say it was 2019. Oh, they're throwing some bees, but I think the dolphins are going to, let me see if I can. We're trying to we got to save the beads. So let me tell you guys, they just threw some beads. They're throwing beads at us because that's what Gasparilla people do. We got to put some beads on. Throw some beads. So the beads, guys, let me tell you, I'm going to put some of these beads on. The beads are part of the Gasparilla celebration, and it's, whoa. It's much better. It's much better to put the beads on than to let them end up in the water. So I'm gonna wear the beads. Put the beads on instead of letting them fall in the water because it's not good for the wildlife. So yeah, there's a whole team of divers that go out and get the beads after Gasparilla, which it's usually flooded with beads because, people partying and throwing beads in the water or whatever. But anyway, yeah, this boat parade that they had at some point, either last year or 2019, topped 3,000 people, which set the Guinness World Record. And that's just incredible. Now, this boat parade in particular, this Trumparilla, was a combination of two groups, I believe, that were planning to have separate boat parades, and they just decided to converge them together. One of them being Conservative Grounds, the local coffee company out here in Tampa. They decided to merge them together. So this is great. Now you see the boats are really coming in now. As I'm looking around me, there's at least a couple hundred boats out here in Tampa. And like I said, the weather is perfect. The sun just came out probably about 15 minutes ago. Timed up perfectly with the start of this broadcast. And we want to appreciate everybody that's tuning in. Let me jump into the chat here and give a shout out to Gary Wolverton. Thank you so much for the super chat. Gary, we appreciate you. And we just hit 5,000 people watching, and that's impressive considering it's 8 a.m. in California. Yeah, and it's 8 a.m. on the West Coast. So you're having breakfast with Right Side Broadcasting. We appreciate you joining us this morning, whether you're watching from Florida, Texas, Georgia, North Carolina, or if you're out on the West Coast in Hawaii or California. Hawaii's not on the West Coast, but you get what I'm saying. If you're out west and you're watching us this morning, we appreciate you for tuning in. And then you see there's people Look at people are lined up on the shoreline over there too. Everybody just wants to see what's going on. It's just kind of like a spectacle. Like, look at all these boats, whether they're Trump boats or not. It's, you know, people want to see this kind of stuff. It's kind of cool. I've yet to see a Biden boat parade.
Parade at all?
I don't think so. I don't think the Biden boat parade exists ever. You know, Biden, speaking of Biden.
Have you seen Biden do anything either?
I haven't seen him do anything.
Kamala Harris, welcome to the head of state.
Right. Kamala Harris welcomed in the Japanese prime minister. But the media is going to tell you Biden is so competent, so awesome, so amazing, healing America. He really fought for the soul of our nation. Don't you just love it? How the media insults your intelligence every single day. Biden didn't trip up the stairs. He got blown over. The wind was really gusty. That's why he tripped, even though you watched him run up the stairs. You got to be tired of it, man. The clown world, insanity. We're over it. Nope. But anyways, this is beautiful. I'm enjoying this right now. Now, I actually did a boat parade back in September of last year. This was the Labor Day boat parade, and this was on the Potomac River in DC. And it was Zoe and myself, and that was the first time I actually met Zoe and the camera guy here, Joe, and we had a blast. It was fun. I'm gonna say sorry, Zoe. I know you might be watching. I'm gonna say this one's a little bit better than that one. I'm just gonna say, but that we still had fun. That was a blast. But you know, maybe this will be a thing in the future that Right Side continues to cover these boat parades. And I'm gonna hand it over to Liz really quickly, and then I'm gonna jump back into the super chats after that.
Get your super chats in. You can donate via Right Side Broadcasting Network by going to www.rsbnetwork.com/donate. And you can also donate by clicking that $ in the bottom right-hand corner of the YouTube super chat. Get those in right now, because in just a minute I'm going to hand the microphone back off to Mike Nificent, who's going to give some shout-outs and read those super chats. Before we do that, we want to say thank you to Mike Lindell. That is another way that another reason we're able to be with him. Those who use code RSBN at mypillow.com or mystore.com are able to use code RSBN, and Mike Lindell actually gives a portions of those sales back to us. Absolutely incredible, so generous of him. So I want to encourage all of you, go check out Mike Lindell's mypillow.com. There are over 100 products to choose from, not just pillows. There's Giza Dream Sheets. They feel like butter. I am not kidding you guys. Go get them. Run, don't walk. I have the light pink ones, the solid light pink. They're absolutely stunning. There's also the duvet covers. I have that, the duvet insert, the 3-inch memory foam mattress topper. There's pillows, everything you can think of. Mike Lindell has it at mypillow.com for the home. If you want other items, he's actually launching a rival to Amazon with a mystore.com. This is for entrepreneurs and made in America products, small businesses. So you can check out that by going to www.mystore.com. Promo code RSBN works for both of those websites. Again, please use code RSBN. Tell your family and friends, use code RSBN. There is no reason to be at that website without using that code. MyPillow loves it. They encourage us to tell people to use it. They've just been incredible to work with. Can't thank them enough. We're actually going to be leaving from Phoenix. We're going to be leaving here to go to Phoenix tonight, because tomorrow there's an event with YLLS, Young Latino Leadership Summit in Phoenix, Arizona. Two of the keynote speakers are going to be Kimberly Guilfoyle and Senator Ted Cruz. That's going to start at 9 a.m. tomorrow, Phoenix time. We'll be live from 9 to 3 p.m. carrying those speakers live. Our very own Grace Saldana. Let's see. Did I get it? It was good. Thank you. We're going to get some beats here, getting all festive. So from Phoenix, we're heading straight to a secret location. Not going to tell you where actually. So we're going to be heading there, and Mike Lindell is going to be launching Frank Speech, a social media platform that is there to fight back against all the conservative censorship that's been going on. And Brightside Broadcast Network is one of 2 networks that's been chosen to be there and to live stream this event. So really an honor and a privilege. We've worked hard with My Pillow, and we've just developed this incredible friendship with Mike Lindell. Personally, I'm so proud of. He's a hero, an icon, and a patriot. This man has fought harder than anyone I've ever met for the American people and our civil liberties. So we will be there Monday and Tuesday for 12-hour days, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., helping launch Frank Speech. If you're interested, go to frankspeech.com, use your phone number to sign up, and you'll be able to access that Monday, April 19th at 8 a.m., I believe. So again, you can get more information on that by going to frankspeech.com. Don't forget, go to mypillow.com, use code RSBN at checkout for up to 66% off your entire order. Back to you, Mike.
Thank you so much, Liz. I'm over here styling now. I got some swag, some bling on. You can't see right now because, you know, the boats are more interesting, but I got a lot of beads right now. They've been throwing beads over here from some of these other boats, and we're just so happy that you guys are tuned in. And we're going to zoom in. We're going to show the bling that I got. You're not doing Gasparilla right, or Trumparilla in this case, unless you got beads on. So yeah, let me read some of these super chats really quick. Amber Pride says, thank you, RSBN, Save America 45, best president ever. We got a new member, Andy, for you too. Thank you so much, Andy. Ralph Lee, new member. Schuster Girl, new member. And we got a super chat from Heather Gardner. It says, Trump save New York. You know what we need to do, Liz? We need to do a boat parade in New York. That would be incredible to see. A Trump boat parade. That would mean we would have to actually go to New York, which I would not be upset about. Jeannie Myers, sorry, thank you so much for becoming a new member. And then Runaway Train says, bring this energy to Myrtle Beach, please. Myrtle Beach, that's another place that I really enjoyed when I got to go on the March for Trump bus tour. That was fun. That was awesome. That was one of our best stops, Myrtle Beach. All you got to do is Runaway Train. All you need to do is organize it. Get the people together in your local community and organize a parade. And honestly, maybe have a political cause with it too. You know, maybe there's a candidate running for office. Maybe you can raise awareness about an issue that's relevant to your area. And if it's big enough, reach out to us at RSBN and maybe we'll cover it. Maybe, you know, there's an opportunity there. But hopefully this sets a trend. I feel like Florida in general should be setting a trend for the rest of the country, right? The mayor said, you can't get on boats and go down the Hillsborough River because I said so. And as you look around, this is the response to what the mayor said. This needs to permeate across the rest of the country. I don't care what state you live in. I don't care if you live in California, Michigan, Kentucky, it doesn't matter. You should be living free and living your best life. And hopefully this builds momentum. You know, we have the best governor. We were just in Palm Beach yesterday for Ron DeSantis' re-election campaign kickoff. And that was just a street corner, just a random street corner in West Palm. And we showed up to cover it, and there were a couple hundred people out there. This is what it's all about. This is what building momentum looks like heading into midterms. I'm going to have to put on some sunscreen here shortly. The sun is out just for real now. Oh, I see we got more super chats that came in.
Let's give a shout out to them. All right, I'm going to give a shout out to this company because I can read it on the shirt. The side of this boat says Panda, and it's a boat wrap company, it looked like. So love the fact that they've got their Trump flag flying high as well. They're wearing T-shirts that say it. When we see advertising like this, when we're at some of these events, we love to just shout it out. So if you are a conservative, a patriot, and you're in the market to have your boat wrapped, I know that I want mine wrapped, but I don't even have a boat, so I need two things now. Go to Panda, Google that, and see if you can find it. But they seem like nice people. We'd love to give them credit for that. If we see any more businesses out here today that are not afraid to stand up for President Trump and show their support, then we'll be shouting those out as well. Mike, were you able to give some of the super chat shout outs?
Yeah, some more.
All right. He says we have some more super chat donations, so I'm going to read some of those as well. Don't forget, again, I'm going to reiterate, tomorrow we're going to be live from Phoenix, Arizona with Right Side Broadcasting Network for the Turning Point USA's Young Latino Leadership Summit Two of the keynote speakers I'm most excited about hearing from are Ted Cruz and Kimberly Guilfoyle. RSBN's very own Grace Saldana will also be speaking on a panel about being a Latino and a TPUSA ambassador at the same time and how that's affected her. So we'll be broadcasting that as well. That'll be from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. That's going to be Phoenix time. We'll be then going to a secret location on Monday and Tuesday to help launch Frank Speech, Mike Lindell's new social media platform. Make sure you go to frankspeech.com. Sign up with your phone number, and you can read more about when you can and how you can download that new social media platform fighting against conservative censorship. Don't forget to go to mypillow.com, use code RSBN for up to 66% off your entire order. This also applies to mystore.com, which is Mike Lindell's new platform, that new store that is a rival to Amazon. Everyone's trying to give us beads, so. What, Mike?
There's a lot going on out here. We're having a great time. I do want to read some super chats here. We had a casualty there. Oh! Let me get some super chats read here. Mikey Sag says, Biden is not my president. Trump won. Trump was my president. Trump, DeSantis, 2024. Thank you for your super chat donation. Wink, wink. Biden is the most popular president in American history, guys. I just got to give you the disclaimer. Biden is the most competent, most popular guy ever. 81 million votes. He won. And how do I know he won? Because CNN told me so. So I just had to say that, CNN said it's true, so it's true. Okay? Wink, wink. Anyway, thank you for your super chat, sir. Also, Runaway Train says, I will, mark my words. Anybody live nearby? Let's link up and get this going. Do it, Runaway Train. Do it. Get yourself a Trump boat parade or just a freedom boat parade and make it happen. PA Jeeper says, election integrity now. We can't wait until 2024. I couldn't agree more. Daisy, thank you for your super chat. Daisy, you're great. And then also there's another person. I'm trying to scroll through here. Let's see. Mattis Mimi, thank you for your super chat. Yvonne says, good morning from San Diego, Cali. We love Trump and RSBN. Did you guys have one of the biggest Trump boat parades? I want to say it was last year. I thought San Diego had probably the biggest in the country. Maybe. I don't know. It was a huge deal, though. I remember that. I just love it. I'm just going to continue bragging about my state because Florida, man, it's all going on here in Florida, and it's great, man. We're about to toss back to Brian here. Brian is actually on shore with one of our cameramen over there, and he's going to give you his perspective from his vantage point. So I'm going to send it over to you, Brian.
All right, thanks, guys. We are posted right out front of the Tampa Convention Center, and Liz and Mike has had a great vantage point from the boat there in the water. And, of course, you've been taking a look at some of the shots we've gotten off the Tampa Convention Center. Look at this boat right here. I don't know about you, but sign me up on that party boat as everyone is having a fantastic time at this Trumparilla 2021. And as if you're just now joining us, welcome. We are live in Tampa, Florida for the Trumparilla 2021. And as the Gasparilla Festival has been going on here forever, and it was just the mayor of the city of Tampa said, you know what, let's skip this year due to health concerns. So a few Trump supporters got together with their boats and said, hey, you know what, let's do this thing ourselves. And it's just a beautiful thing what we're watching right now. And I've got a couple of locals that were standing by me and said, hey, this is beautiful. We're glad, take the Trump aspect out of it, take any kind of political aspect out of this thing. It is great to see people out on the water. Hey, we're going in the summer months and things are warming up here, especially, I guess, it's always warm here in Tampa, but people want to get their boats out, and that's exactly what they have done today. They're on the water, celebrating this country, celebrating this president, and really, getting outdoors. And, of course, we're coming off a lot of restrictions, a lot of people want to get outside and enjoy the water and get their boat. So that's exactly what we're doing today. We're so glad you're joining us. And as always, we appreciate your support. We got some partners like MyPillow. We love those guys. Mike Lindell over at MyPillow. And just a quick reminder, go over to mypillow.com and put in that promo code RSBN at checkout and get this. You'll get up to 66% off. But anyway, go to mypillow.com, 66% off on your entire order, which is nice. But we also appreciate viewers like yourself. You can go to rsbnetwork.com/donate, rsbnetwork.com/donate, and you can do all that you can there to make a difference and continue the coverage that we're doing now. Taking a look at a very patriotic boat. I was there last night with a little bit of people in this group right there, and what a good time they had at one of the local bars here in Ybor City. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. There you go. A lot of people love us coming out. A lot of messages from the boats coming out to all the people on the side. And Gage, if we want to give people an idea what it looks like, maybe pan the camera over towards where we are, and you'll see that lined back up this way, it goes to another bridge. It is lined with people. It is lined with boats, and that's what they've come to do on this Saturday afternoon, is come out here and take a look at all these boats. And we've seen people walk by, walking their dog, doing their daily, jog, and it's going, what in the world is going on? Why is there so many boats in the water? I was watching the local news earlier today. There was zero coverage, and I mean zero coverage, that this was going on today. This has been a very organic movement here. This is something that was put on by almost like a circle of Trump supporters, and they said, you know what, let's get out there and do this thing ourselves. We have seen boats of all shapes and sizes. We've seen kayaks, we've seen paddleboards, we've seen yachts. I'm sure that someone paid hundreds of millions of dollars for, and we've seen your basic party barge as well. So everyone's out here just having a good time, and we appreciate everyone coming out and supporting us. And we've had a lot of people come up to Right Side and say, hey, thanks for being out here. I don't really see any other media out here at this point. I think we're probably it. Maybe. So anyway, we're glad that this is going on. And you know what this is all about? People talk about what President Trump meant to them, that they were, we were essentially the president for the people, and did a lot of on his rallies. And you just heard one of the cannons go off here. And I will mind you, the first time we heard the cannon go off, it scared the woo out of me. So anyway, you might hear that several times here, but that is a part of the Gasparilla Festival. It's very much a pirate type of event, so you're going to hear that cannonball blast here several times. But so what the president meant to somebody, it was like he stood up for the American people. He stood up for America. America values and family and God and love of country and our Constitution. And that's why these people are out here today. I mean, it's showing solidarity for a country and for a party that is pro-America and that believes in everything that our founding fathers laid out for us. And I'm sure you got a good bird's eye look at what it's like to be on one of these boats as you go around. And I got to tell you, it's about maybe 2 nautical miles long, the boat route. We're on the Tampa Bay Conference Center side of it. We're on kind of the north side of this route, and it does continue on underneath behind us, goes around and a little waterway, then loops back. But a lot of these boats are headed towards what's called Beer Can Island, and where they can only have so many boats on the Beer Can Island, so not everybody will probably end up there. But a lot of people are headed that way, and a lot of people are just kind of headed here in the harbor, to be honest with you. Just want to anchor down and just let everybody celebrate the boats going by. But we're glad you're joining us. If you're just now joining us, we are live in Tampa Bay for the Trumparilla boat parade. It's something that is a part of the Gasparilla, I guess. Initially, it was a Gasparilla parade, and that was canceled. And so now a couple Trump supporters and a few thousand boats got together and said, let's do it. Go ahead and do it ourselves. And that's exactly what they're doing today. I want to see if I can talk to these ladies right here. Hey, ma'am, I want to talk to you guys real quick, if you don't mind. Let's see if we can pull the camera over here. I want to talk to you. I took a picture of you guys' sign. You came back. All right, for one thing, we love your sign. Where are you guys from?
Tampa.
Hernando County here in Florida.
Here in Florida. What does it mean to you to see this many people out on a Saturday afternoon after one of the biggest boat parades got canceled, and then a few Trump supporters say, you know what, grab your boat, grab your kayak, grab your jet ski, and go out there and we'll do it ourselves?
I think what it means is that even though social media and the news keeps us all suppressed, that we're here and we're still fighting for the truth, and we're fighting for the true president. Fighting
The
for
love of country and the love of Trump, really.
Yeah, it is. It is. We have a great red state, and I'm proud to be here. I mean, I don't know what to say, because it's an amazing event.
Let's talk about DeSantis, because we were at the kickoff. Love the guy, opened up the state, great guy. There's no chatter of Florida ever going blue.
Absolutely not. No. We love this. We see that we still have all this support.
I think
Look
they'd
how
have
many
to- they'd
people
have-
still love Trump.
Yeah.
It would be a nuclear attack on Florida to get rid of
To get rid of him. But I love it. So this is my first boat parade here. Obviously, I don't live in Tampa, so I missed the Gasparilla. Compare this turnout to what it usually is with Gasparilla.
Well, it's not as extensive, but we don't have the publication that we would get if it was Gasparilla, and there's a history of Gasparilla that brings out people. But this is an amazing turnout for short notice, and I think it'll keep up. They'll do them again and again. I mean, it's Florida, and we boat a lot.
And I've noticed there's been no local coverage on this at all.
No.
That's probably
it's even hard to find it on the conservative things. I actually saw the first thing on your show.
There you go. See, all the information you want.
My pillow company, and I saw the advertisement for this.
Even in a very conservative state, we get suppressed by the media, by the mainstream media. It's evident. Even mainstream media, all you see, what do they do? DeSantis, they cut his speech in half and made him look bad. So they're constantly trying to cut us down. Matt Gaetz trying to sex scandals, whatever. That's on mainstream media, but they don't. But they don't publish the truth when it comes out.
Where's Hunter?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Hunter's on a boat of some.
Hunter.
Yeah, where's?
But even like you guys, I had to go to CPAC to find out about you guys, and now I follow you because I need somebody that's telling the truth.
Let's take a look at some of these boats. That's the truth. People have turned out today. Thank you.
For being out
Oh, thank you. God bless for coming up here and supporting us. And look at all the boats. I mean, this is what it's all about. And we've been flying that drone to kind of give you an aerial view of what it looks like as well, and hopefully we can get those images up for you to look again. But my goodness, it's just a massive turnout here, and I was really curious of what the turnout was here versus the Gasparilla. And as you said, there's a lot of history behind Gasparilla, and they've been doing it for a long time. And of course, media and marketing to drive this event would help. But look what happens when a few conservatives get together and on the west coast here of Florida and decide they want to get their boat out on a Saturday afternoon. This is what you get. So this should be we said this earlier. I'm pretty sure Liz and Mike talked about this, that I don't know the last time I saw a Biden boat parade or Kamala Harris boat parade. I don't think that base does organized rallies like this. We didn't see it during the campaign season, and I'm sure we haven't seen it since the Biden administration took over. I've not seen any kind of organized fun event that supporters can get out and celebrate Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. But this is what you get with a Donald Trump supporter, and we've got, I would probably guesstimate, look, and I'm horrible at stuff like this, but I would say several hundred boats. I wouldn't go into the thousands, but hey, it could be maybe later on today as everything starts to open up. I know it's scheduled to run to about 2 o'clock. I think our broadcast is going to go up to about 1:30 on covering everything. So maybe more boats turn out by the end of the day. I don't know, but right now it's been a steady stream. And as we made our way into this area this morning, we took on a boat from the launching dock up north to this area, and it was a rough ride, folks. I'm not going to lie to you. It was a little cloudy, a little overcast, a little rough waves there getting out into the more of the open waters. Different scenario here now. Sun's out, winds calm, relatively calm, and no wake here. So I would imagine it's a smooth ride for a lot of these boats going across this bay. If you're just now joining us, welcome. We are live outside the Tampa Bay Convention Center for the Trumparilla 2021 boat parade, and we certainly appreciate you joining us for this. What a great day it's turned out to be, as Trump supporters and really people that love this country have all come together to do one thing, and it's show support solidarity for our laws and our Constitution and just the love of country. And that's what it's all about. And so that's why we're here. That's why you're here. And if you would please do us a favor and share this broadcast, because we have noticed a lot of these live streams that we're doing, we're just not getting the views on our videos. So if you do us a favor, share this broadcast, like, comment, tell us where you're watching us from. And hey, if you want a boat parade to come to your city, I think we could probably at least point you in the right direction for that. But please comment, like, share this broadcast to get these views up, because we have been really suppressed by social media, and we want to make sure enough people watch this and they enjoy. And look, we're here to stay. You know, people, like the lady said earlier, she found out about this boat parade from watching RSBN. That's one of the things we really strive to be, someone that provides information post-election as we move into this new transition of RSBN with different programming coming out. We certainly need your help on getting all of this done. So please, if you could, share this broadcast, like it, share it, and better yet, if you want to support us financially, you can definitely do that. Just go to rsbnetwork.com/donate, rsbnetwork.com/donate, and all the information is right there. Really easy, really simple, and really secure. And you can just donate whatever you can. It doesn't really matter the dollar amount. It's behind that, as we appreciate. We got a little bit of flyover there from a helicopter. Of course, we have a hospital. Tampa General Hospital is right across the bay from us, so we have seen helicopters come across this bay quite often on that. But just go to the website, donate what you can, and we appreciate all of your support. And we'll continue to provide programming like this. We are, on a programming note, we are going back down to the Texas border the last week of this month, and give you a little bit more behind-the-scenes look at what's going on down there. We've gotten some special access that's been granted to us, and I can't wait to share that with you as well. And then, of course, we are off to Minnesota after this. Check that. We're going to Memphis after this to work with Mike Lindell on his new app that's being launched. Frank will get in more into that in a different broadcast. But that's kind of a short-term programming note going on with us here at Right Side Broadcasting, and we appreciate your support, and we appreciate all the signs that people have made. Apparently, the mayor here, let's see if we can get a sign of that. I don't know if there's any profanity on it. I don't think there is. Basically making fun of the mayor, because the mayor did shut the down about that. Hey, I got Cliff from Conservative Grounds joining me as we got a few more minutes before I toss over to our other boat list. What does this mean to you to have all these people out here right now?
Well, it lets me know that this is not Tampa, it's Trumpa, Florida today, you know. It's amazing, guys. You know, the mayor of Tampa canceled the parade. You know, there's already so much negativity and sorrow and depression going on in America that we decided, no, we're not going to let a great day where we can be out in the sunshine, on the water, in the open air, be canceled. So we relaunched Trumparilla in the spirit of Gasparilla and just put an American first spin on it.
Yeah, I love it. And of course, we've got a lot of people turned out today. And I was saying earlier, Cliff, all boats of sizes, jet skis, yachts, party boats, mid-sized boats, it doesn't matter. A boater's a boater. And it's funny, the camaraderie amongst boaters. There's no judgment here. I could be on a kayak and I'm just as good as the guy with the $5 million yacht.
Absolutely. I mean, you can see there's all different walks of life, different people. You know, everybody is having a great time. Some are flying a Trump flag, some aren't. You know, you don't have to fly a Trump flag. You just got to be an American. That's all what this is about. It's about, you know, celebrating America, celebrating the American lifestyle, being on the water in a great state like Florida. And we just wanted that to keep going. We were depressed and discouraged when it was canceled. That's why we're here.
Yeah, that's why we're here. In Conservative Grounds, I am going to make my way to your coffee shop here, which real quickly, if you're looking for a very patriotic coffee shop, Conservative Grounds is what it's all about. You got your start a couple years ago. A year ago, really, because you saw that Starbucks did something wrong with police officers and you decided to change that.
Yeah, they asked 6 police officers to leave, and I thought that was terrible. So me and my buddy John started Conservative Grounds like that next day, started the planning, signed leases, opened up the store, and it's gone amazing. And we've had the president's son in our place. We've had dignitaries, politicians, famous people. It's been a really great ride.
Yeah, it's been a great ride. We're glad you're here. Thanks for taking me on your wing today. I know last night I got a great ride and got to hang out with you for a little bit, and I appreciate it. We're going to toss this here over to Liz and Mike, who are somewhere on the water having a great time. We'll hand back here at the Tampa Convention Center, but I'll turn it over to Liz and Mike somewhere on the bay here. Take it away.
Thank you for being here, Brian.
Thank you.
Welcome back, Right Side Broadcasting Network family. We are live here in Tampa, Florida for the Trumparilla Boat Parade. Our boat is temporarily stopped. We are doing a quick break, but we're going to jump back out on the water here in just a minute. Our captain is returning to us. Bathroom breaks. I want to say thank you to everyone for tuning in. You just heard from our very own Brian Glenn, who is posted on land. We are at sea, and we are trying to get our drone up here as well. Hundreds of boats here today circling this harbor, and we are all just getting ready to have the best 2 hours of our life. This event technically just started, I think, 47 minutes ago, and it is massive, already blowing up. I want to say thank you to our partner over at MyPillow. Thank you, Mike Lindell, for making this possible. MyPillow.com. You can also use it at MyStore.com, his new rival to Amazon. So be sure to check out some of those products and use that code for up to 66% off. It was a choppy morning here today. I'm not going to lie. We started around 8 a.m. getting on our first boat, and I'll tell you what, I didn't know how this was going to happen. We were here at 8. There were hardly any other boats. It was cold. It was windy, and our boat was catching. It was airborne. I mean, that thing was airborne. So it has just been a complete 360. I should have learned years ago to never underestimate the power of patriots. We'd get to rallies, be like, I don't know if this is going to fill up, and foot and mouth because tens of thousands of people always come out. Thousands of people here today in Tampa, Florida, and we're so glad to be a part of it. I think we might be the only news network that is live streaming this entire event. We have the honor and the privilege to be one of the lead boats in today's event, so we've been working alongside them as well. Super excited about that. We also have a Memorial Day boat parade in West Palm Beach, Florida. So this is going to be huge. I mean, this is right at Trump's home base as well. So I think we might get lucky and spot him, but who knows with President Trump, busy man. I'm going to jump into the YouTube super chat here and see if we have any shout outs. I want to remind you guys to check out frankspeech.com. You can go to www.frankspeech.com. Last I heard, this was about a $10 million investment by Mike Lindell. He's really focusing not just on creating an app, which is what a lot of people do, but that's where the problems come from, because you can develop an app. Sure, everyone can do that. The problem lies within the servers and who's hosting this website, and that's how people are able to control people. So Mike Lindell doesn't want to be controlled at all. He bought his own servers, millions of dollars of servers, and cyber security. This thing is impenetrable. It is so secure. He just hired the best of the best. He has reiterated that so many times. So he has sacrificed millions and millions of dollars. Actually, that's just the app, let alone everything else he's been fighting for. So just more money than we could ever imagine. Please, you guys, make sure to support him. But also go to frankspeech.com, use your phone number to sign up. If you sign up now, you'll be able to get early access. I believe that starts Monday at 8 a.m. The app launches Monday at 9 a.m. for everyone else. But it's a lot of fun. So again, frankspeech.com, check it out. We are about to head out here in a little bit back into the open waters. It was getting a little congested. We had to come and pull over for just a second. I'm going to toss it over to Mike Nificent here and get a quick update from him.
Thank you so much, Liz. Now, I actually did have to apply some sunscreen, guys. It's actually warm out here. It's getting a little bit toasty, but the weather is perfect. We're so happy for those of you that are tuned in. I'm really impressed with the amount of views that we have so far, being that it's still relatively early. It's not even 9 a.m. if you live in California. If you live on the West Coast, it's very early, but we're thankful for those of you that have tuned in. We've also got some super chats here. I want to read some of these super chats as the cameraman pans around a little bit. Charles says, Mike, Liz, and Brian and the rest of the RSBN crew, thank you for what you are doing. This parade is wonderful. I'm also still waiting to hear from RSBN, as last month I signed up for VP level support via Patreon. So I don't know who's tuned into this right now. I want to say this right now while we're on air. Charles Turner is one of my subscribers to my channel, and he is also an adamant supporter of Right Side Broadcasting. So I don't know who needs to hear this, but just give me 1 second here. I want to read this really quick because this is a very important super chat from Charles Turner. So whoever it is at RSBN, I don't know, let's take care of Charles because he's reached out to me. He's one of my subscribers. And what we're going to do now is we're going to interview Dion, who actually put this thing on. Let me step out of the boat here. I think the cameraman's going to stay on. So Dion, tell us about this event today.
Trumparilla. It was an easy thing. So about 2 months ago, Cliff, the guy that owns Conservative Grounds, said to me, he says, they canceled Gasparilla twice. And I was like, well, and we both at the same exact time, we said Trumparilla, a natural thing. You know, we just think that right now, because morale seems like it's getting low, that it's time to kick it back up again at full speed. We're full speed. So we have 9 Trumparillas already scheduled for the year so far.
9 scheduled so far. Wow. I got to tell you, I used to live right across the bay in St. Petersburg, so I've actually participated in Gasparilla from the shoreline, not on the boat. What do you have to say to the mayor of Tampa who said that this shouldn't even be happening?
Well, it figures that a Democrat mayor would do that, but the real disappointment is the Gasparilla people. Why did they not have their event? I get they can't go, they can't take their boat off the dock. They should have went and got another boat. They should have kept it going. You never bend a knee for a mayor, a governor, or nobody. Zero. So, but of course, it's typical of every Democrat mayor to spoil everybody's time. And you want to hear a little funny? The Coast Guard at first didn't give us any permission for this too, so they weren't even on board either. But then as soon as we said Super Bowl, how did they get their permits? They said, all right, we'll let you go. So, but it's just unbelievable.
So arbitrary enforcement. There's no rhyme or reason. There's no science. It's just It's just the government picking winners and losers, right?
Yeah, they're picking winners or losers, but the problem is that people are succumbing. Why? There's no reason to succumb to the government. Never, at any time.
Well, we could have a whole day-long discussion about why some people succumb to government decrees and all that stuff, but this is a gesture of freedom and liberty and also rebellion against the mayor.
Absolutely, and it is, and that's why we kept the pirate theme. We're keeping the pirate theme, and the Trumparilla the pirate, it's staying. Because the problem was, for the last 4 years, we did what we were supposed to do. We were supposed to get 11 million more votes, 15 more, and we did it. The problem is we didn't cheat hard enough. So we have to change our image a little bit. We're too nice a people. That's our problem. So now we have to be a little bit mischievous. So that's why we're going to keep the pirate theme, to help people not to do anything bad, but to just be more aggressive.
Absolutely. And one more thing. You guys have several parades scheduled throughout the year.
Yeah.
When is the next one?
Sure. There's going to be a bunch of them on Trump's birthday, of course. June 13th is a Sunday, and then his 14th is the birthday and Flag Day. So we're going to hold it the weekend right before that. Trumparilla.com. It's going to have the list where that's going to be. The big one that we think is going to be San Diego. We already have a big event company out there working it, and I think we're going to get a lot. I mean, this was just a trial. We knew that we knew people were actually even scared to come, but each one of these are going to grow bigger and bigger because the fear just has to go away of being always we're the side that has always been put us down through this, that it's time to get back out, let's start it all back up again. So
absolutely. And tell them again where they can find all the information. We got a lot of people watching.
Yeah, Trumparilla.com, and just go through the navigation. Yeah, a lot of people, where's everything? Any questions, anything you need to know is going to be on that site, Trumparilla.com.
All right, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Enjoy yourself out there. MAGA. So you guys heard it right there. There's going to be several Trumparilla boat parades throughout the year. I said earlier in this broadcast, this is about building momentum. This is about finding who we are as Americans and moving forward, forging ahead. We've been through so much as a country over the last year, and we're going to persevere through this just like our country has persevered through so many things before this. And what I was talking about before this interview, what's going on? I'm going to get to it at some point. I'm going to get to it. You're photobombing?
I'm Cliff Gephardt. How you doing? I'm Dion's partner. How you doing?
Okay, yeah. So you helped put this on?
I did, yeah.
Okay, tell us what's going on.
Well, they canceled Gasparilla. I called my boy Dion, who lives in New York, and I said, bro, they canceled the biggest boat parade. And I was responsible for the world record boat parade in Pinellas County. So at the same time, we're like, they canceled Gasparilla, Trumparilla, and here we are, guys, and here you are. Thanks for coming, bro.
Why did they cancel this when the Buccaneers, who won the Super Bowl 2 months ago, had a giant celebration out here?
I guess because we didn't play football a few days before the boat parade. You know, I don't know, and that was my argument. Maybe if we played football or there was a trophy involved, we'd be okay. But we said to heck with that liberal Tampa. So this is not Tampa today. This is Trumpa today. This is Trumpa, Florida today.
Awesome. I wonder what the mayor, Jane Castor, thinks about all this, you know, since it was her idea to shut this down.
Yeah, she's probably, you know, under some blankets in her house, all depressed because we're showing that you can live life. And if you're worried about COVID, then stay home. But for those of us who aren't worried about COVID, you know, we're out here. You know, that's the whole thing.
And ultimately, no matter if it's COVID or anything else, freedom prevails, right? Like nothing in the Constitution said in case there is a pandemic during an election year. There's nothing in the Constitution that says that.
No, and I would think back then if there was a pandemic, it'd be even worse because they don't have medicine and stuff like that we have today. Look, the thing about it is if you leave your house, you could get in a car accident, you could die. We all judge our lives risk and what we do. Some people think that's not a risk to be out here. Some people do. Those people should stay home. Those people should come out here. I just want to thank everybody for coming to Trumparilla. Trumparilla is going to be in like 9 different locations here pretty soon.
Awesome. Go to Trumparilla.com and get all the information you need for upcoming events.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, man. Enjoy yourself out there. All right, so I think we're going to be getting back on the boat here momentarily and cruising around, although we could just stay right here. I mean, it seems like a good little party here. But are we, I don't know, we're just figuring out what we're going to do here next. Appreciate you guys tuning in. But as you can see, as the cameraman gets a little bit better positioned, I think, watch your step, Liz. That's my food there. Looks like we might be walking a little bit. We might just, since we're docked momentarily, we might as well capitalize and give you like 5 minutes worth of footage here on stable land. This would be great for the camera guy here. So you see you got a nice little boat parade here, a little boat with food. They got a table of food. Now this does feel more like Gasparilla than Trumparilla, meaning there's just more of a pirate vibe than there is a Trump vibe, and that's fine. It's whatever, because even if you don't support Trump, if you're not a Trump supporter, but you don't agree with the mayor deciding that you can't have freedom and you can't do what you want to do on this Saturday, you're out here. So I think that people are in unison as far as that goes. But let's see if maybe we can talk to some of these Gasparilla attendees. I see we got some good flags out here. Got some patriots that just get that guy out of office. It's Kamala actually running things, you know.
RSBN Broadcasting. Hey!
What's going on? Whoa, let me spin around here. What brings you out here?
Trumparilla, Trump, of course.
But Jane Castor said you can't do this, so.
We don't give a shit what she says.
We don't care what she says. We don't care.
But she's the boss. She runs things, right?
Really? Really?
She said that the Buccaneers can celebrate, but you can't, right?
Well, you know what? I probably can't say this, so I won't. But yeah, but no, we do what we want. We don't do what Jane Castor tells us.
Is it because America's a free country?
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
Ah.
We want to keep it that way.
Yeah.
Love it.
Go mask.
Freedom.
I love it. Whether you support Trump or not, it's about freedom.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
not about it.
we need to get our kids unmasked in school.
Absolutely, freedom for all. Yes. God bless. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being out here. And I love the shirts. Can we get the, hold up your beads there. Can we get the shirt there? Oh, yeah. Trumparilla MAGA Fest 2020. Love it. You love it. Love it. Also, one more question. Who's the best governor in the United States of America?
DeSantis!
You hear that, guys watching? Who's the best governor? Tell them again.
DeSantis!
God bless you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely the best.
Freedom fighter, yes. Ron DeSantis, Governor Ron DeSantis, who is more than deserving of another 4 years in office in the great state of Florida. He's been a firewall against the tyranny coming out of Washington, D.C. He has pushed back against every decree coming out of the Biden administration. Biden was trying to restrict travel, and DeSantis said, no, we're going to be free. He kept our state open because our tourism industry depends upon it. People work for 300 days out of the year, 365 days out of the year, so they could spend maybe 3 or 4 down here in Florida. And why would we keep our state closed during that time? You know, when times are tough, that really defines the type of leadership you have. And Ron DeSantis has been a champion for what we believe in, not just in the United States, but in the great state of Florida. So I'm sorry if you don't live in Florida, maybe move here, but just, plan to vote red if you do move down here. That's all I got to say. So let's walk around just a little bit before we get back on the boat, and then we're just going to cruise around on the Hillsborough River and show you guys what's going on. But as you can see, there's plenty boats that have come in. They've kind of scattered out a little bit, but as we've all converged on this little, I don't know if you call it an inlet, I don't know what you call this, but downtown Tampa area, there were lots of boats. It was getting really crowded. Actually, the water was really choppy. We're on a smaller boat, so we were getting tossed around a little bit. So it's nice that we could get our camera guy on a stable ground here so we can get you the best shot possible. But again, this is downtown Tampa, Florida. This is what was the Gasparilla, but has been repurposed and rebranded as the Trumparilla Boat Parade. And it's because the mayor of Tampa said that this cannot happen. Now, Gasparilla, if you're just tuning in, you don't know anything about what's happening here, Gasparilla is an annual boat parade that takes place in Tampa, Florida, and it's pirate themed. So there's a giant pirate ship that comes in. They demand the keys to the city from the mayor. There's beads. It's a giant festival, lots of music, dancing, entertainment, a giant parade on ground and in the water. But the mayor decided, first she moved it, and then she decided to just cancel it. But she let the Buccaneers, who won the Super Bowl 2 months ago, have their giant celebration. And she decided that this couldn't happen. And it just seems like, why? What's with the arbitrary enforcement? It's just, so anyway, people out here decided to hold their own parade in defiance of the mayor. This is civil disobedience textbook right here. I mean, look at all these people out here. They've got their flags, their signs. They're just enjoying the sunshine, this great weather. It's still the peak of spring break and tourism season in Florida, tourist season. I mean, if you're on the highways, it's still tourist season. But there's a lot of people out here, and they want to enjoy the weekend. Some people book trips, book hotels, flights, Ubers, all that stuff to come down here for Gasparilla. And they decided we're gonna still do what we want to do. And I think that that's just a great thing. And I love that so many people have showed up. And there are plenty of people that didn't know what was going on, and they decided to show up. Come talk to us. Well, I think we're gonna be getting on the boat here soon. But anytime anybody shouts us out, I want to always get their commentary on air. You know who we are?
I do.
Who are we?
You guys, Right Side Broadcasting Network. You're the best.
What brings you guys out here today?
Trump, the man.
Trump and DeSantis.
Is he the best governor in America, or is there somebody better?
No, I mean it's not even a challenge. DeSantis.
Why do you like Ron DeSantis so much? What is it about him?
Because he has a lot and basically a clone of Trump.
Yeah.
Love him. And you even see him starting to do the hand gestures just like Trump too. And it's amazing formation to see this guy go from a raw, just a raw man into this position, and then just bam, he is blossoming into just a solid impact. Yeah. Love the guy. Yeah. Love him.
Do you guys live in Florida?
Sarasota.
Did we dodge a bullet in 2018?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, how many times do you think they would have had to pull Gillum up off the hotel floor?
Oh man, we really dodged a bullet.
Florida dodged a bullet, and I was telling people yesterday, we were down in Palm Beach for a Ron DeSantis re-election campaign thing, and I said, you know what? I voted Republican for the first time in 2018. I voted for Ron DeSantis, but it was mainly because Trump gave him the endorsement. You remember DeSantis was trailing his primary opponent. Absolutely. And I wasn't sure which one of these guys is better, but Trump said DeSantis, and boy, was he right.
Yeah, he nailed it. He nailed it. Absolutely. We're so glad that you came to our side, saw it. Man, it's a blessing. All right.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we want to thank you guys for supporting us at Right Side Broadcasting. You guys, they shouted us out, guys. They shouted us out.
On the chat. I'm on the chat every day. Thank you. I know, you didn't think it was going to be so bright out here. I know.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Enjoy the day. So we're about to get back on the boat here, and we're going to take off. Liz, you want to take over?
Yeah, I just want to explain what's going on here really quickly. So this is just the beginning of what's going on today. Did I miss something?
We're supposed to talk to that guy.
Okay. We do need to head out here in just a second. Let me see. I don't know what to do. I think we need to get back on the boat. I'm sorry. So yeah, sorry, we're live, unedited, but we're jumping on the boat. We are following the lead boat over to an island. All right, we're about to jump on our boat. You can see it right over there. We're going to head to a private island where all of these boats have been heading to today. So it's going to kind of be a accumulation of all the boats that are out here celebrating. The rules are if you have a Trump flag on your boat, you can go to the private island. So we are going to take you guys along with us and see all of the boats that have gathered today for Trumparilla. Jumping on our boat in just a second. Before, we've got one more interview. So if you don't mind, just your name, and we'll start with where you're from.
Absolutely. Joey Camp, and I'm from Denver.
Denver, all right. And do you still live there?
Yes. I'm out here because I am fleeing from some of the political controversy that's happening out there right now.
So how long have you been in Florida?
For about 3 weeks.
What do you think of Tampa and Florida so far?
So I spent this is my first day in Tampa, so I think it's awesome. I spent the rest of the time in Miami, and I'll probably go back out to Miami in a little bit.
How was Miami? I know there was like some curfews with spring break and whatnot. I was supposed to celebrate my birthday down there, but my friends didn't want to go because of the curfews that got imposed on people. So did you experience any spring break craziness or anything like that?
So no, actually, but I would have ignored it anyways. I have media credentials, so I wouldn't have cared. But it would have been ridiculous if they tried to approach me. I would have just completely ignored them.
So what was going on in Denver that caused you to kind of move across the country, essentially?
Yeah, so absolutely. So I track Antifa and Antifa movement throughout the country. A lot of the riots. We own YourDaddyJoey.com, which is a major anti-Antifa website. In Denver, we have a school board director who is a communist, but he has recently been Me Too'd by the Black Lives Matter movement.
Communists can get Me Too'd? I didn't know that.
Apparently, but so during the exposing of his Me Too conduct, my website and my team really went hard on him to the point where he's completely silent at this moment after he had a really bad press conference. But I started receiving behind-the-scenes death threats and stuff like that, being a high-profile website that we are nationwide. So local law enforcement and everybody just reminded me that it's a summertime and a vacation could be possible. So I came out here to Miami, up here for this event to do my work remotely.
And what do you think of today's event? This is your first time in Tampa, you said. So you've never been to Gasparilla before, much less a Trumparilla. What do you think of it? Are you surprised by the turnout?
Absolutely. I honestly wasn't sure because in Denver they would have shut it down. The far left would have been completely violent and shut this down. So I wasn't quite sure what to think when I was coming here, but it feels welcoming. And one thing I was talking to Michelle Malkin the other day, and the difference between the far left events and the conservative and the right events is the events on the right are fun, happy, vibrant, colorful, and just there's no violence. The far left events that I cover on a daily basis are violent, they're very dark, intimidating, criminal conduct. This is beautiful. This is welcoming.
That's a really great observation. I agree with it based on everything I've seen. Have you seen opposition here today? Anything violent, any protests or anything like that going on?
Absolutely not. I honestly, part of me looks for that in my line of work, in the coverage that we do, and I have seen no opposition yet. I don't know if it would happen. I'm not familiar with the politics yet, but I haven't seen anything to indicate that there would be violence or political opposition.
Wonderful. We have to jump back on our boat, but before I go, your website one last time for our viewers at home who might want to check it out.
Yeah, so it's YourDaddyJoey.com. Yes.
Is it JOEY?
Correct. And it's the largest anti-Antifa database in the country. Individuals, statistics, mugshots, arrest reports, everything from every city in the country. And we just work it 24/7 free of charge. We don't get paid. We just do it because we believe that the politics on the far left is just so extreme and terroristic that it needs to be documented.
Well, wonderful. Welcome to Florida, the East Coast, and I hope that you're safe and have a great time.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Of course. All right, we're going to jump on our boat. Let's go, people. We've got a private island full of Trump boats to attend. Oh, okay. Hold on one second. So, okay, we're running to our boat really quick, and I think we have one last interview. We've got to jump on and head out. It looks like the Trump boat's already gone, so I'm going to hand it over to Mike Nificent here.
Thank you so much, Liz. Let me stand over here so we can get our camera guy on the boat. Trying to logistically maneuver around here. Thanks to everybody that's tuning in. We're actually heading out. We're moving towards one of the islands down here. There's an island that I guess everybody's going to congregate on. So we'll be heading over there momentarily. But thanks to everybody that's tuned in and is watching us live. And the best thing you can do for us right now is share this broadcast. You know, YouTube doesn't want our message to spread. They don't want independent media like this to grow. It's amazing that we've reached 1.5 million people on just YouTube alone. But it's been tough. You know, there's certain things we're not allowed to say on air, certain things we can't do. The best thing you can do right now is share. If you're watching this right now, if you like the coverage, if you like the quality, if you like the commentary, share it. Get it in front of some eyeballs. Share it on social media. Get it to friends and family. Send it as a text message. Do whatever you can, because that will help us overcome the algorithmic demotion that we often see on YouTube. I mean, for us to have 1.5 million subscribers, we should have at least like 50,000 people watching at this time of day. Like at midnight, we should have 50,000 people watching at minimum based on how many subscribers we have. But nonetheless, if you're watching on Facebook, make sure you do the same thing, share. If you're watching on any of our other platforms, make sure you share, get it in front of some eyeballs so we can reach more people. But we are in Tampa, Florida, downtown Tampa, for the Trumparilla Boat Parade, which is called the Gasparilla normally, but because the mayor said this can't happen, they rebranded it Trumparilla. And as you can see, there's tons of boats out here. I mean, you're looking at me right now, but there's tons of boats. And there's also lots of people on the river walk here, just kind of looking around. They've got their flags. There's a lot of patriotism out here, and the vibes are just good out here on a Saturday. So what I want to do is get back into the super chats. So I want to make sure that I give shout outs to everybody that supports us here at Right Side Broadcasting. We're almost entirely viewer funded. And I'm one of your hosts, Mike Nificent here. So if you want, you can follow me. I'm on Twitter at MikeNificent813. You can also find my YouTube channel where I have my own commentary, where I push the boundaries quite a bit, but not too much. Just search Mike Nificent on YouTube. It should pop right up. But even more than that, make sure you're supporting us at Right Side Broadcasting. Follow us at RSB Network on Twitter. We're on Telegram. We're on Clout Hub. We're on Instagram. We're on all the social medias. Just search RSB Network, and we should pop right up. And if you like what you see, go to our network or go to our website to support us, rsbnetwork.com/donate. Again, rsbnetwork.com/donate, because your donations help to send multiple cameramen, multiple correspondents to these pop-up events that just happen. Also, you can mail your checks if you're not comfortable sending your money through the interwebs. I get it. You can mail your physical checks to our address, 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama, 36830. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to toss it over to Brian, because Brian is up on the Riverwalk with our cameraman Gage, and they have a completely different vantage point than what we have down here on the water. So I'm going to toss it back to you, Brian.
Guys, as you make your way to Beer Can Island, we're just going to hang out here in front of the Tampa Bay Convention Center. What a great vantage point we have had all day of these boats coming through. What a beautiful, beautiful sight this is all taking place here. Welcome. If you're just now joining us, we are live here in Tampa Bay, Florida for the Trumpazilla boat parade. Of course, this is a spinoff of the Gasparilla, a long-established boat parade here in the Tampa area. And since different restrictions, Mayor said, well, let's not do it this year. But a couple thousand boats have showed up today to continue this tradition of this historic boat parade in this area. And we're so glad that you are joining us today as we are perched right outside the Tampa Bay Convention Center. And of course, Liz and Mike, they're headed to what's called Beer Can Island. And I can only imagine what happens there on Beer Can Island. But anyway, it's a great point where this whole thing wraps up. We have seen all day hundreds of boats come by here. Some of them go by straight. Others turn around and go back out towards the south. But what a great day we have here in Florida. If you joined us early on the broadcast, you know we had some cloudy skies, light wind, a little chop on the open waters, kind of where they're headed to right now. Now, inside the bay here, as you can see, waters are pretty calm. But as you get into the open waters, and there's a massive ship. I don't know if you can see that from the throw from the camera here, but there's a massive ship out there. That water gets a little rougher out there, so I would imagine Mike and the crew and Liz, they're going to be hunkering down and going across the water. But we've listened to a lot of people here. We've spoken to a lot of Trump supporters. We've spoken to a lot of people who just live in the Tampa area that's out today that said, hey, we didn't even know this was going on. We had no idea that this boat parade was going on. Just before we came on here 5 minutes ago, I had a lady walk up to me and said, look, if it wasn't for your broadcast last week mentioning that you're going to be in Tampa for a boat parade, we would have never heard about it. And she's even a big-time Trump supporter. So, you know, hey, as we move into this era of post-election and coverage of all these events, that's just one of the things that we got to do here is provide you all the information of things that are going on in this country related to Trump and related to love of country, love of God, and all the things that you and I hold so dear to our heart. We're taking a look at a couple of boats coming through here. I will say the boats have thinned out now that we're about an hour and a half into the boat parade. They have thinned out. I can only imagine a lot of them have gone down to Beer Can Island that way, so less boats here in the harbor, but we still got them and they're still coming, and everyone seems to be in a really good mood, going well. I seem to be in a really good mood right now, and it's a Saturday, it's a sunny day, and people just want to get out, you know. And as someone who owns a jet skier, I wouldn't say a jet ski, I wouldn't say I'm a boat owner by any means, but I can't wait to get out on the water and do this. I wish there was something near where I live, which leads me to this. If you want a, thank you, there you go. I just love when people walk by and they comment on what we're doing and what we're talking about, and I love that. But if you want a boat parade near your town, if you just go to Trumparilla.com, you can request to do this where you live. And I know they've got one planned in San Diego coming up, which is great. I know there was one tentatively planned in Texas, which is great. So go on to Trumparilla.com and reach out to them. I was talking to the organizers last night, and they would love to continue this boat parade across the country. And really, just especially get in the summer months here and just show our patriotic colors and supporting the president, supporting this country, and really getting out and enjoying the summer on the water. And we talked about many times during just today that I have yet to see a Biden organized boat parade, gathering, car show, flag waving event. Like, it's just one of those things that you just don't see. And it seems like, you know, all the fun people, the cool crowd, if you will, are conservatives, are Trump supporters, are people that are love of country. And I had another conversation with a gentleman about the spirituality aspect of being a conservative. And it seems like that conservatives put God first. They fulfill their hearts and their need and their purpose in life through their love of Christ. And so that's something that's, I think, guides a lot of the happiness of people that are conservative, as the left seems to eliminate faith within their platform, was leaving them in a world that is quite empty and quite, as you can tell, in this culture that we have. It's very easy to get depressed and get down on yourself, and that's one of the things that I think conservatives tend to lean towards their faith to keep them happy. So we're just glad that you're joining us today. Lots of sights and sounds on the water. I got to tell you, as Gage and I sit here to watch these boats go by, not a bad day at work, my friends. Not a bad day at work. We've seen some great patriotic people. We've seen families out here. Right side. Hey, you guys want to talk to us? Hey, I love that. You never know what's going to happen. Come on over. Come on over. Get those bikes over here. We're live on the air right now. And earlier, we were talking to a lot of locals, and a lot of them said that they didn't quite know that this was going on today, and that until they got out riding their bikes, perhaps walking the dog or whatever, they didn't know this was going on. But anyway, hey, so we got you from here?
Yeah, we're from Tampa. We had no idea this was going on today.
Until we saw you two, and we're
saw
like,
you
what?
on YouTube. And she says, I got to get my Trump shirt on, and we got to get down there.
See how it works? See how it works? You watch us, you're in the know and all that stuff. Obviously, this is not as large as the Gasparilla Festival, obviously, but with little promotion and just weeks of people getting this together, this is not a bad turnout today.
You got to appreciate the enthusiasm, especially for Trump. And this is nothing compared to the boat parades that we saw just a few months ago.
Yes, absolutely. I'm ecstatic about the turnout with not even having any word out. We had no clue.
Yeah. Favorite thing about Donald J. Trump was what? What did you like about him the most?
He's barely gotten started. I think anybody that's counting him out already don't realize they don't know Donald Trump, and he's playing the long game here.
He's playing the long game. I like that. How about you?
Truth, forthright. I'm sorry he had to say some things some way, and but he was up against, and still is up against, some very difficult.
The deep state, yeah, the deep state. I tell you what I'm going to do. Hang on a second. I'm going to give you my beads. You earned yourself a bead by coming by here. You don't have to do anything to earn those beads. You earned it by showing up.
My Trump shirt.
There you show. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, there you go. Well, God bless you guys. All right, God bless. There you go. Thank you so much.
Lindell, we're looking forward to Frank and my store.
Yeah, that's it. Does she not watch Right Side or what? She already knows to promote the app. She already knows to promote the website. She knows everything. Because she watches RSBN. God bless you guys.
Going on. Thank you.
Thank you. Don't be safe riding around here. See, that's why we love this job, folks. That's why we love this job. That's why we love you. So go to our website, rsbnetwork.com, rsbnetwork.com, and donate what you can, because that's what continues us on this road as we get more into content creation and bring all of the events that's happening around the country to you. So thanks to you, those people see us and they come out and do all that. So let's get back to the boats. I'll step away, and there's some people still down there. If you look, Gage, let's see if we get a shot down the side of this convention center. That is where you see some flags going. That is where some merch tables set up. You can buy. I bought this hat here, this Trump 2020 visor, which I'm going to put on later so I don't burn my forehead. All the merch is down there. People are gathered, waving to the boat. So just what a great turnout here on a Saturday. And of course, as that couple said, this is something that they didn't know was going on. And we're just glad that we are here, and we're glad that you're here and having a good time on this Saturday. If you're just now joining us, welcome. Liz and Mike are on their way to Beer Can Island, and I could only imagine what's going on there, but we can't wait to show you, and that's coming up here shortly as we transition into our coverage here. But we're glad. Earlier we had the drone out. Gage, phenomenal shots we got with the drone, and hopefully we can get that video loaded to show you, and I'm sure post coverage we'll have that for you as well. But just a beautiful day out here on the water, getting together and celebrating this country. We've had a lot of people walk by us and said, hey, Right Side, or hey, glad you guys are out here, pro-Trump. And we're just glad to be here, and we're glad to be able to do this for you and show you all of this. Some programming notes here, though. After this, we're headed to talk about Frank, talk about Mike Lindell's app, his platform that you can be a part of and be able to get a lot of content unfiltered and very conservative based. Obviously, we'll be with you on Monday and Tuesday about that. And so we look forward to bringing you that coverage as well. And then next week, the week after that, we are out back on the border. We are traveling back down to McAllen, Mission, Edinburgh area, South Texas, Rio Grande area, and bringing you the latest developments from there. Of course, that will be our third trip down to the border. The first one was with Senator Ted Cruz, and the second one with Representative Jim Jordan out of Ohio, leading a press conference there as well. So lots of things going on at the border. What's going on? Lots of MAGA out here, man.
Someone told me today was a good day to MAGA.
Today was a great day to be on the water. That's right. Yeah, great day. God bless, my friend. There you go. Thanks. Right, another smart gentleman right there walking by telling us that. But yeah, a lot of programs that we have going down to the border doing that. And you never know. A couple days ago, I was with country music star Tim Montana as we are getting ready to shoot an outdoor series. So you outdoor hunters, fishermen, gamesmen, we've got a program tailored for that really fuses politics, lifestyle, and the great outdoors all in one show. It's called Right Outside, and it's from the pages of Hook and Barrel magazine, and we'll have some special offers for that. Just recently as well, we were at Nine Line Apparel, another great partner of our network on Nine Line Apparel. If you go to ninelineapparel.com and put in the promo code RSBN, you'll get a discount as well on your stuff. So all kinds of patriotic ways to support this network and support our partners, and we certainly appreciate you doing all of that. As you can see, we still got some boats out there. I'm going to talk to Gage for a second because you're a boat owner. Does that look like your boat rolling up on us right now?
Kind of. It's
I'm kind of a party barge pontoon kind of guy.
Mine's a 24-foot. That one might be a 16, but they've got it packed out. There's a ton of people on there.
Yeah, there's a ton of people on there. That's the way I like to roll, though. I kind of want a party barge. Let's see if we can get a shot of that. Let's see if we can get these people to wave at us real quick. How you doing? How you doing? There you go. See, there we go. That's all it is. That's all it takes. Tell them they're on TV and they want to go wave to the camera. But yeah, that's the boat we bring out today. We bring out a little party barge action. Thought about dragging my jet ski down here from Texas, which would be nice. I'd like to get on. I haven't seen a whole lot of jet skis on the water today. I will say that. It's been few and far between those guys. And if I was on a jet ski, I don't think I would take it out in that open waters there because it is a little choppy out there. That is a massive boat coming in here, and I would imagine that our other team, Team 1, probably has a shot of that boat at one point. Maybe that's a party barge, Gage. Maybe that's the boat we need to get on. I mean, maybe. Hey, what are we doing here, standing in front of the Tampa Convention Center? We're not going to be on that big boat. Anyway, maybe they want to get involved. Maybe they have a Trump flag they're flying. That would be pretty cool as well. But we're glad you're joining us on this Saturday afternoon, wherever you're watching us from. Tag a friend, share this broadcast. Let us know where you're watching us. It's always important to us to find out where all of our followers and our viewership leads to. We got a lot of people overseas that watch Right Side, which is unbelievable. A lot of people from overseas that watch us. So we're glad you're joining us. A lot of boats, not as many boats as earlier, but they might be out in the open water, or they're probably just cruising around in the open canals here. In a few minutes, I'm about to toss over to Liz and Mike, who are out on a boat headed towards Beer Can Island. Before I do that, I don't want to forget to please support Mike Lindell here at mypillow.com and go to mypillow.com and really save big money. I'm talking up to 66% off your entire order, and go get one of those dog beds or the Giza sheets, or maybe just the traditional My Pillow. I've got one at home. I love it. I have to basically take it away from my daughter. She takes it upstairs and uses it, and I'm like, no, wait, I need it. We really do. We have a genuine family pillow fight on that thing. I need to get more of them. We also have travel pillows as well. As much traveling as RSBN team does, we need all those travel pillows that we can get. So please go to the website, mypillow.com, and put in the promo code RSBN and get up to 66% off your entire order, folks. And that's big savings there. And of course, he has been a victim of cancel culture, as many retailers have been basically telling him hey, we're not going to sell your product anymore. So he's like, all right, well, I'll find other ways to sell it. And that's exactly what he's doing. I mean, Right Side is proud to be a partner of My Pillow to be able to provide that for him. Okay, so let's go. Let's go ahead and toss it over to Liz and Mike somewhere out in the water. Go, guys.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Welcome back. We are back on the boat here. Liz and myself, we're headed towards Beer Can Island. And I'm just going to say that there's going to be a lot of water there. That's my prediction. I think there's going to be a lot of salt water on Beer Can Island. But it might have looked like, maybe this isn't like a big thing because you only see a couple boats. But it's because the boats are just, they're racing. They're racing to get to Beer Can Island. That's kind of like the final destination, I guess you could call it, of this boat tour. But we're back over the water, and we thank all of you guys for tuning in. I want to get to a few super chats, and then I'm going to bring in one of our fellow boat riders with us, and we're going to just talk politics, everything that's going on in the country, because it's kind of crazy right now. But first, let me give a shout out to Sarah Mack. Thank you so much, Sarah. Also, Playford Dunham says Pennsylvania for Trump. And then, hold on, here we go. Well, let's give a shout out to our captain too. Zoom in on that shirt. Can we sell that shirt? Stand up, show the shirt. Look at the shirt, guys. If you know, you know. You see that symbol on the shirt? If you know, you know. The salt must flow. Okay, Eagle Wing says, thank you, RSBN. Bless America and her patriots. Carl Peterson says, Arizona is still fighting for the truth. Thank you so much for that super chat. We appreciate you. Now we're going to bring over, this guy's got some great commentary. Come on over, sir. He's trying to clean up his glasses. He's trying to get ready to be on camera. Trying to get ready to be on camera. Now introduce yourself to our viewers. Here.
My name is John.
Where are you from, John?
I live out in Hawaii.
Hawaii, Hawaii. Okay, what's going on? What's the state of affairs out there in Hawaii?
A lot of people are happy with the way the government has been to keep COVID out, but there's a lot of people that aren't. There's a lot of patriots out there, a lot of business owners that have been really affected, and it's kind of become a bit of a police state out there. It really has. It's one thing to have to take COVID test or take COVID vaccine to be able to come visit. It's a whole nother problem when you got neighbors turning in neighbors and people turning on each other, and it's definitely not a lot of the aloha that I miss about it.
Absolutely. It's one of the most frustrating things for me is they're just winging it. They're just making it up as they go along. They're just I think we should do this, but they're pretending to consult experts. And the thing is, the overreaching of government has just been astonishing, especially in states like Hawaii. And you also mentioned that you lived in Washington. Is that correct?
Yeah. I'm originally from Seattle, or lived there my entire adult life. So, I've seen what's gone on in the Northwest for the last 25 plus years, and it's just tragic, and people still keep voting the same way. They don't see what the error is of going down that path the whole time.
Yeah, I've seen documentaries on Seattle specifically, and it highlights homelessness, drug addiction, and I'm but Seattle's a super blue city. There's no Republicans to blame. I know that because people are so partisan now. Yeah. They just pick their side and dig their heels in. there's no Republicans to blame. So why is Seattle and Washington State not just a beacon of what the world should be? Why is it not just utopia?
Well, it is a utopia if you look at the reality that they're trying to project for the rest of us. But yeah, it's like there hasn't been a Republican governor of like any of these places in like decades, really. I mean, Hawaii had Linda Lingle maybe 15 years ago, and I wasn't there really at that point. But, you know, like there's nobody else to blame but themselves. And, you know, as often as I've gone back to visit, and I still like know and love a lot of people back there, you know, they just don't see it. It's like I kind of describe it as Stockholm syndrome. You know, the people are like so just in the reality they've created, and then they don't notice that somebody's like defecating on the sidewalk, or that like there's homeless encampments and surrounding an entire baseball field that never had that in decades, and now they do.
Yeah, let's shift gears a little bit, and let's talk about the race in America, which is always very tense. People don't like to talk about it, but some people feel like it should be the focal point of our political discussion. They feel like it should be talked about at Major League Baseball games. It should be talked about when you walk in Starbucks. If you take your kids to Disney, racism and racial oppression and systemic racism should be at the forefront. What are your thoughts about all of the racial engagement at the, not just the political level, but at the corporate level?
Well, you know, I occupy a space with like my age group of like Gen X, where I was born in the 70s. I grew up in Michigan, where, you know, we had integrated public schools. We were living the dream, like everybody just got along and didn't think anything of it. And even my years as an adult, like my first homes that I bought were in like what they would, you know, call a gentrifying neighborhood now, but it's like none of my neighbors had any problem with it, you know, and like they loved us, I loved them, and you know, I raised my kids there. And now, you know, people are being called out as being systemically racist or whatever because they move into historically, you know, black neighborhood or you know, and it's just hard. And even like for my own family, like my daughter is dating somebody who I treat as my son-in-law. He's been with us for years now, who's of mixed ancestry. And you know, I don't have any problems at all with this.
So you treat him like a human being?
I treat him like a human being.
But CNN said white people like don't like black people and mixed people.
Well, he's actually from like a Polynesian island. He's from New Zealand, so he's Maori or part Maori. But you know, we're just like, we treat him like a human being. I treat everybody like a human being. But you know, everybody wants to make this all about one thing right now, and you know, it gets really complicated when you are making everybody self-segregate into their own little, you know, ghettos or their own states, or, you know, however this is all going down.
Yeah, it's my personal belief that if you take away the media and the government, people of all ethnicities will find out that they have more similarities than differences. We all bleed the same. We're all children of God. We're all taxpayers. None of us can defy gravity. None of us can defy truth. Like, no matter what you think in your head, reality is reality, right? I can think that I'm 10 feet tall, but I'm not 10 feet tall. And I feel like the media tries to gaslight us and make us think that racism is a bigger deal than it is. They want me to think that as a black man, when I leave my house, that I'm gonna just be randomly gunned down as someone who's a law-abiding citizen, someone who just minds his own business, that I'm just going to be gunned down. It's just going to happen because white supremacy, everything upholds white supremacy. Math, milk, trees, everything they've called racist. And it's like, the thing is, we have problems with racism, right? There are some problems with race, but when you call everything racist, you actually divert attention from the real problem. So that means real racism goes unnoticed because it's like the boy who cried wolf. It's like they taught us these things in school. The sky is falling. The sky is falling. But it's not true. When you have to manufacture stories and hate crime hoaxes, it just proves that racism isn't as big as the left wants it to be.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I definitely know people that, you know, they buy into every time there's like a whatever type of hoax that the media is propagating, and, you know, they just go along with it. And I look at them and I just don't understand how they can be so naive about this, you know. And I had mentioned to you earlier, like, I mean, I get a lot of my information from podcasting now, like maybe a lot of other people do. It's certainly not like the regular news sources on TV. And, you know, one of the podcasts I really enjoy the most is MoFax with Adam Curry. And, you know, those guys know I love them. I send them money, you know, from time to time. And, you know, but they really talk about these issues, like sitting down and trying to get to the root of the problem and trying to understand what's actually going on, rather than just run around yelling at everybody. And, you know, how do you have a conversation, even if you want to call each other enemies? Maybe I don't want to go that far, but if you are with your enemies, you have to sit down in peace negotiations and come to a compromise and like acknowledge that the other person has like a viewpoint. And, you know, when you're basically unwilling to even listen to the other side and all you do is denounce them as being racist or Nazis. I mean, I've spent a lot of time, I love history. I've read a lot. I see a lot of documentaries, so I probably know more about history than most people. And, you know, when you cheapen the discourse by calling everybody the worst possible thing, then you basically have lowered it so that everybody is that. And how do you actually know what that is anymore?
Awesome. Yeah, that's so true, man. Well, I want to thank you for taking the time to interview with us. I think we're about to pick up the speed here so we can get to Beer Can Island a little bit quicker. Yeah, thank you so much. Guys, we're on our way to Beer Can Island. This feels like the movie Castaway a little bit. Liz says apologize in advance, but we're about to pick up the speed, guys. Maybe I can get into my Weather Channel mode and just, you know, say like, oh, it's really choppy out here, guys. It's getting really crazy. But no, guys, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this time. Yeah, here we go. Oh, yeah. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you guys my rant. I told you I was going to rant. I need to rant about this BLM garbage, this nonsense. Here's the thing. All right, let's talk about Patrisse Cullors. Patrisse Cullors, black woman, is selling black oppression to black people. Hey, white people want to kill you. You're going to die if you leave your house if you're black. But then she goes and buys a house in white America, in the most rural, richest part of white America. I'm tired of that. Just like Obama, all these Democrats talking about climate change is an existential threat, but then the Obamas go buy a mansion on Martha's Vineyard. Why can you even build real estate on Miami Beach? If we're going to be underwater soon, why are banks giving out 30-year mortgages on the beach? I'm just saying, but back to race, okay? This notion that America is the most racist country on earth, why do people from all walks of life, people from all colors, want to come here to America? I'm loving this. Liz is trying to record this, okay? As I'm getting soaking wet, I'm not going to stop this rant, guys, okay? I'm not stopping this rant. I'm not doing it. Liz is laughing here, but I'm over here telling some straight up truth, okay? America twice elected a black president. So that same country that twice elected a black president now hates black people. They let a black man be the leader of the free world. There's 40 million black Americans in the United States of America, and less than 30 are murdered every year by the police. And when you break that down, how many of them were armed? I'm just saying, I know people are so emotionally tied. They only care about what they feel. So they're going to call me a coon, Uncle Tom, sell out, everything else for me telling the truth. 40 million black people in America. But Trevor Noah's telling you that there's no such thing as a good cop. He said, we don't have bad apples. The tree is rotten. Really? So why aren't there hundreds of thousands of black people getting killed every year by the cops? Maybe because the majority of black people don't even come in contact with the police, and the ones that do, they follow orders. They don't resist arrest. They see their day in court. I'm not saying that justifies, because I know people are emotionally tied. They're like, George Floyd was killed and that's all that matters. I don't care about the facts. I'm not watching the trial. People in the media say they're not watching the trial. That's because the facts are coming out, and the facts contradict their stupid narrative that black people are being hunted down by cops every year. But if you drill into the numbers, you look at some of these police brutality cases, you find out that a lot of black people either aren't breaking the law, or if they're breaking the law, they are complying with police orders, and then they see their day in court. But because the media has a narrative to uphold, they're going to tell you that every single black person in America should fear for their life when they leave their house, and that they're going to die at the hands of police, even if they're just on their way to Trader Joe's. You're just going to die as you pick up that loaf of bread because some racist white cop wants to kill you today. Well, I'm here to tell you right now on Right Side Broadcasting Network, where we tell the truth, that is not true. The average person in this country doesn't care what color skin you are. They don't care who you worship. They don't care who you sleep with. All they care is that you leave them the hell alone so they can live their life. That's all it is, and that's all I got to say. That's the end of my rant. And I'm going to throw it back to Brian on the shore, and then we're going to be at Beer Can Island when you see us next. Back to you, Brian.
All right.
Through those waters, that was kind of rough earlier through that patch of waterway there. But we're just outside the convention center. We've kind of moved around towards the marina here. As you can see, we've got some boats docked up. Some of these folks have been out for, I guess, an hour or so, and decided to come back and tie it up and spend some time here on this beautiful Saturday. Thank God that the weather is cooperating today. And if you're just now joining us, yes, we're live in Tampa for the Trumparilla boat parade, which really is a spinoff of the longtime Gasparilla Festival that has been going on here in the Tampa Bay area for quite some time. But now, due to the cancellation, they decided to do it on their own. So that's what we have here today, and that's why we've been showing all these boats, all the people, all the flags, all the Trump support, all the pro-America support that we have, and we're just glad that you're joining. Hey, Jonathan! Get some people here I know when I get over here. Let me bring this gentleman in for us real quick. I know you walked up, and I can't help but notice your 9 Line. We were there in Savannah a couple weeks ago with those guys at 9 Line, and what they do and what they support our military is tremendous.
Awesome, yeah. All the support, back the blue, back the military. Trump going to take back the office. Going to rock on.
Here we go. What do you think about today? Pretty cool.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm here, Tampa local. Beautiful day, beautiful lifestyle. Trump in power. It's going to be a beautiful thing.
A lot of Trump supporters here in Florida, and if you think for 1 second that DeSantis or anybody else thinks they're going to get the conservative stronghold away, they're not in reality, right?
No, there's a plan in place. We're going to see it unfold probably starting in 2022, moving into 2024, but Patriots in control.
That guy's here. You just heard him behind us. You get a lot of that there. Anyway, so good stuff there. Well, thanks for joining us. All right, well, let's people are dancing, celebrating. It's kind of a very, patriotic and, positive atmosphere that we have here. And then we talked about that all day today, how we just think conservatives are happier people. We're just happier people in general because we like to have fun. We put our faith in God. We put our trust in God. And everything else kind of falls second. And so, hashtag I am second, right? So anyway, so we're here. This is a kind of the entryway to the convention center. And so you got a lot of people gathered here. You got merch people selling all kinds of Trump gear and just pro-patriotic merchandise is here. People that were looking to get on boats were kind of hanging out here, looking to kind of jump on a boat earlier. And we've seen that. We've seen the camaraderie amongst everyone here that if you need a boat, and chances are someone's got a space on a boat for you to come jump on. But that's just been one of the themes here is come all, come one, come all. And we are proud to be here providing all this to you, and we appreciate all your support. As Liz and Mike make their way over to Beer Can Island, this started earlier today around 11 o'clock was the starting point. Just south of us came up this channel that you're looking at right now. Actually, did you say War Eagle?
War Eagle.
War Eagle. We've seen that guy out here quite a bit. Now, I will say the War Eagle guy, let's just be truthful here. He does have one of the smallest boats out here on the water, but that's okay, though.
Yeah. It's all right.
Yeah, Gage, the camera guy, said it's all right. It's all right. He's out here. He's representing War Eagle. That's right. But so it started around 11 o'clock, made its way up to the convention center, made a U-turn, and then headed back south. And, of course, the majority of the people have kind of spread out amongst the waterways here. And then a lot of people are headed where Liz and Mike are headed, to Beer Can Island south, just south of here. So they should be there momentarily. And that's where this all pretty much concludes here at around 2 o'clock is when they officially have said that the parade is over. But we're glad that you're out here. And I think if you want to get involved with the boat parade, I was talking to the Trumpzilla. I keep saying Trumpzilla. It sounds like a great way, but Trumparilla. I was talking to the Trumparilla people yesterday, and if you want to bring a boat parade to your area, simply go to the website, Trumparilla.com, and you can register there, you can sign up, and you can have a, if you're in a boating club somewhere, let's say you live up north around the Great Lakes, and you want to bring a boat parade to your neighborhood, you can do that, and they'll help you organize that. So I think as we go into these summer months, you're going to start to see a lot of this. I know on the May 31st, there is a boat parade in Jupiter, Florida that we will be there, bringing it to you as well, just like we're doing today. So you can go on there, sign up, register your boat club, and let those guys get back out to you, and perhaps we can be coming to a lake or waterway near you. So great way to show your pride. We've seen a lot of flags here, and I love those. The flag you're looking at right now, the Trumparilla flag. It's pretty cool, and I think you can go on that website. You can buy that as well. All kinds of good stuff there. So we're glad you're joining us. And, a programming note, we are headed back down to our southern border coming up on the 26th, 27th, and 28th of April. We'll go down there and get some more access to facilities, hopefully to facilities. We're going to take a boat ride down the river there to kind of give you an idea of what it looks like there. So stay tuned for that. Plus next week, Monday, Tuesday, we are in Memphis to help Mike Lindell, True Patriot Mike Lindell, with his release of his new platform, Frank. And we'll be bringing to you more information about that platform as we get closer. So that's one way that he has really been able to fight cancel culture and fight the conservative voice. We've seen it. I've heard Mike say it earlier in this broadcast, and I'll say it for probably the fifth time. If you could please share this broadcast, because we have seen in recent months the suppression of our views, our shares, our likes. And the only way we can grow as a network is if our numbers get high enough and we reach more people. So if you could please just share this broadcast, it helps get the word out. But the Frank will do just that. It will help conservative people voice their opinion without the risk of running into censorship. So we'll bring you more information about how you can get involved with that. And obviously, you want to support Mike Lindell by going to mypillow.com. As you've heard the whole information, mypillow.com, promo code RSBN, and get one of those Giza sheets. Hey, Gage, see if you can take a look at the world's smallest motorboat there. A guy coming here in the green one, small green one. He's up near us. You know what? I think if I was to get this parade today, I'm trading in my pontoon boat, and I'm picking up this little green rocket that we're looking at right now. I don't know what the average speed of that green rocket. What kind of engine is it on the back?
I can't tell.
Like a Johnson 20, a Johnson 10. It's a small outboard motor. But anyway, there he is. Hey, he's going to have a good time. Safe boating as well with his life jacket on. Practicing the right thing to do there. But anyway, so there you have it. All kinds of boats, all kinds of sizes out here. Earlier we saw a big boat parked right here in front of us. It was probably in the neighborhood of, I would believe, several $1 million, I would think. So that was such a sight to see for there. But anyway, we're glad that you're joining us to show all of this, and hopefully Mike and Liz and the gang are going to make it across that water to Beer Can Island, because it was kind of roughy. It was rough and bumpy earlier when we made across, so it's definitely something we want to make sure they get there safely. And breezy skies. I mean, we originally thought today we woke up and came out to the water to the dock that it looked like it even had a possibility of rain today, but that has not been the case for us so far. That we've got a light breeze, looks like out of the southwest, and temperatures upper 80s, mid 80s, but the cool breeze off the water doesn't feel like that at all. And sunny skies, no chance of rain. Rain moving in tonight. And I think through Sunday, Monday. So obviously, hey, we couldn't get any better than this today. This worked out perfect for us. So we appreciate weather-wise that this is all going out. A big boat coming in there. That might be the boat that was parked here in front of us. It kind of looks like it is. If there's a Texas flag on the back, which I think there might be, that was the boat parked here. And that's a beautiful thing about boating. And, I'm not a, boating expert by any means, but it seems like the camaraderie around boaters is pretty strong. It's kind of like if you're in a Jeep club, or if you're in a Land Rover club, or some type of automotive club, they've got that common bond. Well, here it's boating. And then you go a step further beyond that, and it's love of country. And then you go a step further beyond that, and it's love of Trump. And that's kind of why these things are so successful. Is it really does combine three elements that people are very passionate about and want to show up on a Saturday and get together and put their boat in the water and get the fuel and get the food and all this stuff. So it's just a great thing to share, and I'm glad that we're here being able to do it for you as well as, hey, if you perhaps want to join us. I don't think it's too late in this area. If you live in the Tampa area, we've seen a lot of people come by on their bikes and skateboards and walking, saying, hey, we just watched you on Right Side and we're here to show support. But hey, if you got a boat, I don't think it's too late to come out here, drop it in the water somewhere, you know where to go, and come out here and see us and raise that flag up and show as a proud American. That's just we encourage that, absolutely encourage that. But we're glad you're joining us. There's a guy that got off this boat here, Gage. I don't know if you can see that. He's got a really interesting t-shirt. Hopefully he comes up this way, but it looks like a shark basically went through his shirt. Anyway, all kinds of cast of characters out here. I bought a visor here earlier, by the way. I will show it to everybody right now. I bought a Trump 2020 visor. I know I'm late to the game on this, but I bought it because, well, the sun was coming out and I didn't want to get burned. So for $15, I bought this visor, and I just got to figure out how I can open it up because I've got a rather large head. If you can't notice, a big forehead as well, so I'm not quite sure this is going to fit. Oh, just like that, it comes on. So there you have it. Got a visor. One of my favorite things to wear, by the way. Protection on the face, you're free on the head, ocean breeze can both feel it. Great stuff. Got a visor. That was a cheesy commercial for this guy over there selling a visor, but nevertheless, that's what I have right now. All right. Florida, right outside the convention center for the Trumparilla Boat Parade. Yeah, that is the boat, Gage, that's coming in. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at that bad boy. That thing is awesome. That thing is just a beast. And it's probably going to park itself right here in front, which maybe, what are the chances of a guy like me walking on that boat right now? Probably slim to none, but I'd like to try. Thank you so much. We just had a nice lady come up to us thanking us about being here. She didn't want to be on camera. I love that. But I love your kind words. And folks, I got to be honest with you. I've been in the television industry. My first job was in 1987. The great Merv Griffith, it was within my first month of employment, came to the station I was at, and was able to do something with him, and gave me some great words of encouragement of staying in the industry, and I have stayed there until now, and I just love it. And I will say this though, let's see if we get these ladies dancing over here. Look at that. Yeah, they're having a good time over here. I wonder if I can get over there and dance with them for a second. I wish I could. The music stopped and the dancing stopped, but I wish I could dance with them. Anyway, let's get back on the boat. I'm sorry to bump the camera around, folks. Bear with us here. But what I'm getting to is the love and support that we get from our viewers here at Right Side is something that I have never experienced in my 20-plus years of being in this industry. And let me tell you why. I feel why. I feel the connection is real between us and the viewers. I think they feel that there is no hidden agenda. We are not owned by some big conglomerate. We're not owned by the Chinese. We're not owned by any company that will control or silence some of our content. And so we are real Americans like you. We love this country. We are spiritually grounded in our faith. And we want the very best country possible. We want everyone to live and freedom and liberty. And Joe Seals, Bridget, back in the day when they launched this company in 2015, I can't imagine they'd have really an idea of what it would be developed today as far as the growth and the support. I just absolutely, want to say, thank you to everybody who watches this and takes the time to come up to us at a rally, at one of these events, or all the direct messages we get on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Like, it is the most rewarding job. And I don't even call it a job. The most rewarding thing I've ever done is to be here doing this for you, because we love this country just as much as you do. We love Donald Trump just as much as you do. We pray with our families at night just like you do. We do what you do, and we support what the country is founded upon, what our founding fathers laid out. And so I think that's the connection that we have, and that's never going to go away, in my opinion, as long as we keep it real and we don't change, and you don't change, and we keep fighting what's right. So thank you so much for coming up to us and sharing those kind words everywhere we go. All right, so here's a goal. We could take a look at the pontoon boat right now. I don't know what kind of money that guy does a backflip off the back of that. I don't think he's going to do a backflip. It'd be nice to see somebody get in the water. I haven't seen one person in the water today, which is oddly enough. I thought somebody would be jumping and swimming around, but I guess not. Too many boats out there. But we're glad you're joining us for all of this, and I keep saying it, please share this broadcast, because it's important that we get the numbers up, we get the views up on these things. We need it not only for awareness of what we're covering, but for advertising dollars as well. So we got to be able to stay in the game with the big guys as we continue to try to bring you extended coverage. And by the way, if you like the outdoors, you like what you're seeing right now, you like these boats, well, guess what? We have a new series going to be launched under the RSBN umbrella called Right Outside, from the pages of Hook and Barrel magazine, and we'll be teaming up with some anglers and some fishermen, some outdoorsmen, bringing you that content. And it's really a different look at this side of the network, and we know it's more of a lifestyle brand. A lot of you guys that love boats and you like to fish, well, I like to talk about boating, talk about fishing, and talk about politics. Sounds like a good idea. So stay tuned for that. Right Outside, from the pages of Hook and Barrel magazine. I encourage you to go to their Instagram page or the Facebook page and like them. Hook and Barrel, and it's the symbol and Hook and Barrel magazine. We'll be teaming up with those guys, and we're going to have some special offers to get a substantial discount off their subscription. So looking forward to that as well. So they're a great become a great partner of our network. But we're glad you're joining us, and as always, if you want to support us, just go to rsbnetwork.com, rsbnetwork.com, and you can hit donate, and you can donate away to help us do what we do, because we can't, it's very hard for us to compete with these major networks that have hundreds of millions of dollars in budget. That's just the world we live in. And so we're not the biggest, but by any means, we're not the smallest at all. And we do a lot for what we have to work with. And so all of your donations puts us up on that level that we can compete with the bigger networks. And that's the purpose of all of this. We know you start off, kind of a two-man band, if you will. We're much larger than that now, but when you look at the grand scheme of things, we don't have a string of photographers and reporters across the country doing work for us. We have to really hustle ourselves. So if you would go to our website, rsbnetwork.com/donate, and just give what you can. I know it's tough. Some of you have been going through job situations and unemployment and being underemployed, I should say, as well. So we appreciate all of your donations, and so please just go to the website, donate what you can, and it helps go a long way. Just trust me. Thank you so much for doing that. Also, on a programming note, we were in West Palm Beach yesterday for the kind of unofficial kickoff for the Ron DeSantis re-election campaign for governor here in Florida. By any means, I think he's going to get re-elected. And if I was to mortgage my house on that, I think it's going to happen. Then earlier that day, we were in Atlanta at the state capitol for the Vernon Jones announcement that he was going to run for governor there in that state, and how that all plays out. He'll likely go up against Stacey Abrams, and that will be, no doubt, a very heated run as far as some mudslinging go. It was already previewed yesterday during the press conference, and I want to give a shout out to Carolyn Ryan. You can find her on Twitter at Carolyn Ryan TV. She helped us out on that broadcast, and I certainly appreciate her doing that. She was going to be in the area and messaged me and said, I'd love to. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. See, that's what we get. She had messaged me about coming out, and she was going to stream the thing for us, so I appreciate her doing that, because it's people like that help us bring all this content that maybe physically we can't get to. So we've got these great journalists around the country that have really wanted to get on board. We're telling the truth, and we saw a journalist out in Phoenix just recently walked away from I think a 30-year career because of the bias in the news there in her market, and she just was over it, and so she stepped away. So you're starting to see more journalists out of the mainstream narrative step away from their careers and really kind of get where I'm at right now. That's pretty much what happened to me. So we encourage you guys to keep telling the truth out there. I know we have a lot of journalists that watch us. I know they do. I know they see our stories. I know they see our tweets. They message me, and they want to say something at the stations that they're at, but they feel like if they do, they would get run out. But quite honestly, they will. So the time will come when the media narrative will change, but it's going to take time. And so we just have to all basically come together and do the much we can. All right, so let's I know we got about 10 minutes before we can toss it back to Liz and Mike. They're making their way. I can't wait to see what their live shot looks like, by the way. We communicate during an app, and I can only imagine what's going on right now where they're at and the amount of boats on this beer can island, and it's gonna be fun. So guys, just hang in with us for a little bit as we post up here just outside the Tampa Convention Center. It's the first time that I've been to this part. I've been to St. Petersburg. I was on HSN a couple years ago, which was promoting a product, so that's kind of cool. But I've never been to Tampa like this, and Gage is swinging it around to give you an idea. Beautiful development here. I was told that this is one of the probably one of the biggest small towns in America, and their reputation was it was a little big town, that it was more of a community. But recent developments have brought in some high rises, and a lot of people want to move down here, obviously because of the weather and because of the state taxes, or the lack of state taxes, that is, the quality of life, the weather, obviously, and so a lot of people coming in. So it has grown quite a bit, and a lot of locals, and with any city that you live in, will tell you they like it. Where they're at, they like it small. I mean, that's kind of what. I live just north of Dallas, in a community that it's one of the best places to live in the country. Voted by some Living magazine, things like that. But people always complain about the growth of a city, and I think that if you have a great place to live, you just got to expect that people will move there, and your area won't become small any longer. So, beautiful city. I spent a little time last night down in Ybor City. Just about 4-6 miles from here. Great place if you like Cuban food, things like that, cigars. Matter of fact, speaking of cigars, guys walk by smoking a cigar. That's a great place to go get them. And so just what a great historical place down here, Ybor City, which, by the way, is the gateway of the cigar to here in North America. I had no idea. There's all kinds of signs about that talk about the origins of this area and in the cigar culture. So if you like cigars, hey, come out to Ybor City and check it out, because I plan on picking up a few cigars as well. What are we looking for right now? What do we got?
I was talking about the sun.
Oh, the sun's coming out. Let me see what we got going on. I'm trying to find an update on where. Well, I see a picture, and it looks like Liz is. They might have gotten some rough water. So is that what it looks like to you? The picture?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'm trying to look at the picture that was sent to us, and it looks like, as we said earlier, when you get out of this waterway here, this is a very protective waterway that's here. So hopefully those guys will make it to Beer Can Island. All right. So you've got the shirt. You've got the flags, you got the smile, you got the laugh, you got the right attitude on this Saturday. What brings you out here?
Well, we decided we were going to go to the Washington, D.C. thing in January, and we made plans, and then we canceled everything when we found out that Antifa was going to be there and doing all this stuff.
So it kind of scared you. It scared you a little bit.
We got scared because it was just us two old ladies.
Come on, hang on. They're not old. You got beautiful ladies there.
And so we got scared. So we decided to cancel, and we used that trip money to come here. When she found out on Facebook that this was here, she goes, "You want to go to that?" And I go, "Heck yeah, let's go." So we decided to come, and we've been having a good time ever since we got here.
And remind me where you're from.
Kansas.
And what is it like in the state of Kansas right now? Not just in terms of Trump support.
You know, it's hit and miss. There's always our county is kind of liberal. We're trying to deal with all of that mask BS going on and everything.
Now, do you think that there's more, like you see more Trump here than you do Kansas?
Just because of the events that happen. I know that I've seen all of the rallies on probably you guys. I've seen that.
Thank you for that plug, by the way. That's nice of you.
Yes, I've seen the rallies and events, and I'm always like, I want to be a part of that because I want to be around people that are
so exciting. You know, I was in Washington, D.C. just last week doing a tour. Trump, doing a tour of D.C. And D.C. was clean. I'll give it that. The flowers are beautiful. The city is clean. The activists are gone. Okay, and I can go for 30 minutes on why they're gone. But the lack of enthusiasm. You don't see a lot of people. American flags. Right. There was no energy. Low energy, as Donald Trump would say. Low energy.
Low energy. Yeah, I love all the energy. It's fun. It just brings that out of you. You know. Yeah. I feed off of other people and their excitement.
There's something. If you've never been to a Trump rally, and God willing, God willing, these things get launched again. It is the most. I get goosebumps just thinking about the music before that leads out to his walkout. And if you go to Spotify, by the way, you look up. I think it's called MAGA's playlist or Trump MAGA playlist. You'll see some of the music that they play at these rallies. Journey to everything, right?
Oh, I love it. I've been wanting to go to a rally for a long, long time, and so when that Washington, D.C. thing came up, I was like so excited to go, and then we canceled it. Really cool though. It was a really nice event, and they didn't even know any of the stuff was going on in the Capitol.
I remember walking from the main stage to the Capitol building, and was not aware of that was going on as well. But we were there, we covered it, and so we tried to at least spread the truth on that. But we appreciate you coming. So how long you in town?
Just till tomorrow, actually. It's kind of going to suck to go back, but.
Have you gone over to Ybor City at all?
We went last night, actually.
How many cigars did you smoke?
None. I smelled a lot of them, though.
You smelt mine, probably. I want to.
I don't like them.
I'm sorry. I was blowing smoke all in your face. I'm sorry. I got my share of cigars last night and food. But great culture down here, right?
Yeah, it is. Well, except when you were talking about Ybor last night, someone didn't like my hat too much, and he said something really nasty to me. And
just keep walking. We've had a couple of those guys here, and all I say is God bless. Yeah. God loves you. Thanks for coming. Right. I mean, because what can you do? Right. You can either. I don't know what you can do. You can't. I'm not going to attack you by any way. Oh, well, I'm not going to fight back.
Yeah. They're probably going to have a camera there, and they're just baiting people like that.
I'll lose my job, and that would be bad.
Yep.
Well, God bless you for coming out here. I appreciate it. Thanks for taking time.
You guys very much. We appreciate you and all of your truth, and we want the truth, and I'm sick of all of the mainstream media lies. We love you guys, really.
Well, I didn't pay her to say that either. She's just speaking truth. Speaking spit bombs over there. Speak truth. All right. By the way, before I let you go, what do you do?
I am a facility manager for a large real estate company.
I was going to say, I thought you were like a teacher or something like that. Spirit never ends, right?
Let's go. The spirit's not over. Trump's still in it.
There you go. See? 24's coming. I thought you were like a teacher. You seem like a very kind person. Like you could be a teacher.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm ready to retire.
Real estate's not kind. I'm just saying.
It's a large real estate firm. I'm not a real estate agent, but yeah. So.
I'm going to step aside and let them take a look at everything. Yes. Oh, yeah, we don't need to say that either. All right, so taking a look at all the boats going by right now. As we, let me check in on, I don't know what the status is on that, where we going. I know Liz and Mike were on their way to just got back. I don't really know what that last text is. I'm going to probably stay here on our camera until we get further notice. I know that Liz and Mike were headed to Beer Can Island, and we'll see what happens. Well, we're here, and we're showing you what's going on towards the convention center as a lot of these boats pull in here. This is kind of where they tie down for a little bit, change out, maybe hit the restrooms here, reload on the water and all that good stuff. So we're going to be here for a while. All right, so I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and toss it back to Liz and Mike, who are somewhere out here along the way. I'm just trying to set this up. I don't know where they were going. They were headed to Beer Can Island, and I hope they made it.
Ladies
Guys,
and gentlemen,
what's
welcome
the
back.
situation
We
there?
have arrived. It looks like we discovered an island out here. Trump Beach. This is Beer Can Island. We're going to remain off camera for the time being because we actually got slaughtered by the waves as we sailed over here. But props to our captain in getting us here safely. Now, if you guys can look, this is all of the boats. Probably not all of them, but the majority of the boats have arrived here at Beer Can Island. There's concession. People can actually get out and walk around the island. I've never been here before, so I'm probably going to get out and see stuff at some point. But you see, there's hundreds of people out here, if not thousands. It's a beautiful sight. We're probably, 10 miles away from downtown Tampa, but we made it here. Barely made it here. We were probably going only about 20-30 miles per hour, but we got splashed, so you don't want to see that. You don't want to see that gory side of us. But we're going to show you all these boats over here. Look at all these boats. We've got people from all walks of life. Again, this is a blend of the Trumparilla and the Gasparilla Parade. So you got people that are just trying to celebrate Gasparilla, even though the mayor said they can't do it. And then you've got people, Trump supporters, that wanted to celebrate Trumparilla. How you guys doing? So, big crowd, lots of boats, lots of music. I'm smelling barbecue. I think I'm going to need to go and investigate that. But thanks to everybody that has stayed tuned during this whole time. I know that we had to toss it back to Brian over there on shoreside while we were going through the waves, so to speak. But thanks to everyone that stayed tuned in here. Now, let me pull down my foggy glasses here so I can read some of the super chats. Carla said, thank you, RSBN, for everything. MAGA. Diana Spy, thank you for your super chat. And Judy P, thank you so much. We appreciate all of you that have tuned in today. I mean, there are so many worse ways you could spend your Saturday than this. I'm just saying. Now, go to Trumparilla.com if you want to see this happen where you live, because this is a thing. This is going to be nationwide. They have ambitions of expanding this beyond just Tampa Bay. I know that I've heard rumblings of a San Diego boat parade. I know that last year there was a giant boat parade right around Labor Day weekend, and I think it was pretty much everywhere. Austin, Texas, even though they had some boats capsized, but it was still a big turnout. Also, Ohio had a big one. So if you guys want to try to have one of these parades or, boat gatherings where you live, go to Trumparilla.com and start organizing. Create a Facebook group. Do what you can to organize locally, to meet with people, and get one of these, and maybe, just maybe, RSBN will cover it. All right, and then also, if you want to support RSBN, go to our website. If you like the coverage you're seeing here, if you like the commentary, go to our website and support us. We're almost entirely viewer funded. Isn't that amazing? We reached 1.5 million subscribers. We've gotten several shout outs from President Trump himself. We've had CNN hit pieces on us. Everybody knows us worldwide. We are known, and we're just a startup in Auburn, Alabama, almost entirely viewer funded. So if you like what you're seeing, you like the commentary, go to our website and support us. Support independent media that's going to tell the truth. We're not propagandists. We don't take money from big donors and all that stuff. We don't have anybody dictating what we say on air. So go to rsbnetwork.com/donate. You can also mail your checks to our physical address, 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama 36830. And I'm going to hand it over to Liz now, and she can give you her perspective on what's going on out here. She got soaked just like I did.
That was absolutely wild, but completely worth it nonetheless. Hundreds of boats out here sitting out at what we're calling Trump Beach today at Bearcan Island off the coast of Tampa, Florida. And people are just living their best lives. Not a mask in sight. People are out here on their boats just enjoying themselves and Mother Nature, the beautiful ocean. You guys can see it for yourself. This is just the tip. So what you've seen so far is right where we kind of veered off. We went live as soon as we got close to this island, so we haven't even gone completely around it yet. We're kind of just now getting into it. You can see up here a massive inflatable water slide that someone actually set up. We're gonna have to check that out, I think, just for investigative purposes here in a little bit. It's really remarkable though. I mean, this is a Trumparilla boat parade. Every boat pretty much has a Trump flag of some sort, and he's no longer our sitting president. That is how much this man has made an impact on the country. I've never seen anything like this for a president, much less a former president in my life. Lo and behold, absolutely nothing of the sort for Biden. I've yet to even see a rally of the amount of people that's even on our small boat for Biden. So this really is just absolutely incredible to witness and be a part of, and just to see all these boats. That boat over there, the pontoon boat I think we just went past, has a Mexican flag at the top of it, and right behind that Mexican flag is a Trump flag. You know, there's, yeah, right? So there's a little bit of everything. We have Blue Lives Matter flags. There's food vendors set up here on Trump Island. And just hundreds, if not thousands of people that we can see just right here. We're reversing right now so you can get a bit wider of a view. And we're gonna circle back and show you the boats that have pulled in behind us since we've gotten here. They are still piling in, these boats. They're still coming in. And I'm not gonna lie, you guys, today was a really tough day weather-wise. It was really choppy out there, extremely choppy. We were scared we were gonna lose stuff. We're soaking wet, salt water in wild places, but a lot of fun here today. The sun has come out, and that didn't stop patriots from coming out and supporting President Trump and just enjoying their freedoms, living their lives, coming out and celebrating Trumparilla, which I'm hoping is a new tradition here in Florida, because this is pretty great. A beautiful day to be in Tampa. I want to remind you guys to check out www.mypillow.com. Mike Lindell is not just a patriot, but he's a good friend to Right Side Broadcasting Network. And all of the sales that are sold by using code RSBN, he gives back a portion of those to us. So it allows us to help stay in business and to come down and come to and cover events like this, which quite honestly, in our opinion, America needs to see. I have yet to see another news network, no mainstream media. Maybe they'll take clips from us later. They always do that. They don't come to these events, but they ask to use like 10 seconds of our footage, and no media whatsoever really, like, that I've recognized. I've seen some few independent people out here, but we're live streaming this whole thing, baby. It's absolutely incredible. We couldn't do it without MyPillow. So go check them out. Over 100 different products to choose from. www.mypillow.com. You can use code RSBN for up to 66% off your entire order. That promo code is also applicable to My Store, which is Lindell's new rival to Amazon. So you can go to mystore.com. Keep in mind, he's also launching a new social media platform called Frank Speech. You can check that out by going to frankspeech.com. You can sign up right now using your cell phone number, and that'll allow you to access the site Monday at 8 a.m. Right Side Broadcasting Network is one of two networks that Mike Lindell trusted personally to help launch this social media platform. So we're going to be broadcasting live from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. on both Monday and Tuesday alongside him. If you have questions, let us know. We're honored to be there, and we just want to make sure that MyPillow and Mike know how much our viewers appreciate him. Tell him you appreciate him by using code RSBN at checkout. That's how they'll know that we sent you guys. Fill up your house, fill up your neighbor's house, and fill up your favorite liberal's house with MyPillow gifts. Mike, have you noticed anything fun here yet? Anything you want to check out?
There's nothing going on here. It's actually just kind of, just a boring old Saturday out on the water. I actually just saw a dog, Liz. I don't know if you saw that little tiny... Oh, that's right. We don't like dogs. I forgot about it. We saw a tiny dog. It looked like maybe a Boston Terrier. We saw a pig, not a pit, a pig with a G on one of these boats. We also saw it was either a Boston Terrier or a Frenchie, and he was just living his best life. He had his paws up over the deck, just looking and just having a good time. All kind of people. Oh, we saw the giant water slide too. Giant water slide. We can't actually get to it right now because there's just so many boats, but great times out here, great vibes. We're catching big vibes out here. Catching big vibes, big waves. Got it. But nonetheless, great time. Beautiful. Again, guys, go to Trumparilla.com. I can't say it enough. If you go to Trumparilla.com, there might just be one of these near to you guys. And if you organize one of these, maybe we can cover it. I don't know. We'll see. But appreciate everybody tuning in. We're going to be wrapping momentarily as the connection could be a little bit choppy out here over the water. We're pretty far from a cell tower, so we can't actually keep this going too much longer because the cell signal's not as strong as we would like it to be, and we want to be able to bring you guys the best coverage possible. But before we go, I want to tell you guys about our partner for the day, MyPillow, Mike Lindell, and a true American patriot who will be launching his own social media site on Monday, Frank. So that's going to be awesome. Can't wait to see how that turns out for us as patriots who want to speak freely online. But if you want to support an American-made company with American-made products, check out the wide assortment of products: Giza Dream Sheets, memory foam mattress toppers, dog beds, you name it. If you use the promo code RSBN at checkout, you will get up to 66% off your entire order. And if you buy the original MyPillow, which is normally priced at $69.98, the promo code RSBN will drop it down to $29.98, and a portion of the sales will go towards supporting us as a network. So please support us at MyPillow.com. Support Mike Lindell, but also support RSBN using the promo code RSBN at checkout. And then also mail your checks to our physical address if you would like to support us via our direct website. You can go to our physical address, 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama, 36830, or go to our website, rsbnetwork.com/donate. My words are a little bit jumbled, guys. Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place. It's because these waves, they're kind of affecting my brainwaves just a little bit, guys. I'm sorry. Don't judge me, but I want to thank everybody for tuning in today as we wrap up this Trumparilla Boat Parade in Tampa, Florida. We're going to be wrapping here, but be advised that we are going live tomorrow in Phoenix, Arizona. Follow Liz on Twitter if you want updates on that, but we're going to be wrapping from here at Trumparilla in Tampa, Florida. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys in the next stream.